bottom line is that Greensboro, North Carolina, or Indianapolis, Indiana, or rural Texas will never have an AIDS outbreak like San Francisco. Nobody will have it like San Francisco. That's where they all congregate, don't you know?
So down, but please don't talk no war. So John, this is John here. Listen, I don't want to get hurt. But please, I got to fly back on this plane. Just don't mess with it.
Hi, Anthony. Hi. I'm John from the Howard Stern Show. This is for Tape the Broadcast.
Yes.
Hi. Does it bother you when people speak to you when you're on the bowl?
When I'm in the what?
On the bowl.
On the ball?
No, on the toilet.
On the toilet?
Yeah.
Nobody speaks to it on the toilet except my wife. She goes from the other side of the door. But nobody, no, they don't bother me. I mean, everybody does it, don't they? So it's a very natural thing to do, so why should a natural thing bother me?
Okay, so, do you smoke pot?
No.
Are you a Jew?
No.
Did you ever hear, how did the Eastern Indians put that stupid dot on their heads?
Well, that you can't call it a stupid dot. That's a religious thing. I don't call any religious act a stupid thing.
Okay, if you had no choice, would you rather have someone pick your nose or suck your earwax out with a straw?
Both very unpleasant. And I don't like unpleasant acts being done to me. So I would say thank you very much, but I don't want to have it done.
Okay, were you surprised to learn that Johnny Carson beat his wife?
I wasn't there. I didn't see him beat her, and I would not be a testimony to it because I didn't see him do it.
He's leaving.
Are you leaving or answering?
He's leaving.
Was the food good?
Very good.
Did you have a nose job?
No, never.
What is the wildest thing?
Let me ask you. What is your position here? To break down all of existing laws and ask all the stupid questions in the world because you're being very rather stupid. You're asking the most amazing questions in the world that I'm not used to, and I'm not used to your behavior, and I'm not used to your questions. I think you have every right to do it, but I think you're very silly, and you're a very sweet boy.
All right. Thanks a lot, Anthony. Can I take your hand at least? There you go, man. Thanks.
What's your excuse? Sir, excuse for what, sir? I'm asking the questions here, Private. Do you understand? Sir, yes, sir. Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while? Sir, yes, sir. Are you shook up? Are you nervous? Sir, I am, sir. Do I make you nervous? Sir. Sir, what? Are you about to call me an asshole? Sir, no, sir. How tall are you, Private? Sir, 5'9", sir. 5'9". I didn't know they stacked that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere? Huh? Sir, no, sir. Oh, it looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's and ended up as the brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Where in hell are you from anyway, Private? Sir, Texas, sir. Holy dogs, Texas. Only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down.
Hi, this is Ed McMahon. We need you for Star Search. We need your daughters. If you're a girl between the ages of 13 and 19 with bad grades and an unstable family, come to my house. Star Search is looking for cellulite-free young women. Spokesmodels. You cannot be turned down. Get to meet a wine-soaked second banana. There are no judges, just me. Jack A., get out of here. You cannot be turned down. Are you really 13? Where's my lobster bib? Yes, life will be champagne and video smarts and magazines to read while I nap. I'll dress you up like Tommy Newsom. Star Search needs you. Yum, yum, yum. Come meet Johnny. Party with me in my bathrobe, you spokesmodels. Traipse with me through hotel lobbies at 3 a.m., wearing nothing but vomit-stained terry cloth robes. Bring your lesbian roommates. Room service. We need more KY and Kaopectate. Be the first on your block to lick liquid off of Ed. It'll be a new life. Try being a spokesmodel. You can't be turned down. Now, I can't call you. You have to call me. Parade around in your bathing suit while I soil my robe and rate you on a scale of 1 to 10. I want to rate you. I want to rate you. I want to rate you now. Call today. I could go any minute. I'm so horny I could make Johnny look like a homo. I think I've gone mad. I'm so wet I might propose to you on national TV on a float. Undress for me. We'll adopt a child. Hi-oh! I'll even do that for you. I'll bet this sounds too good to be true. Send your photos to Ed McMad, care of Peter Calabrese at the Hacienda Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, OU812. If you've got a dot in the middle of your forehead or a fuzzy back, don't apply. If you've got an exotic look, we'll create a special category. Shouldn't you call now? Did that come over the mic? No? Good. I don't want everybody to know what a mess I am.
In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine? She hit me from behind. When I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Karen, she's a silver sun. You best walk her way and watch her shine. Watch her watch the morning come. The silver tear appearing now, and I'm crying and I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Ain't no doubt in no one's mind. Love's the finest thing around. Whispered something soft and kind. Hey baby, the sky's on fire. I'm dying, he died. Gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Lord, ain't it just like a friend of mine? She hit me from behind. When I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night. Think I might have heard the highway calling. Geese in flight and dogs at right. And signs that might be omens say I'm going out, going out. Gone to Carolina in my mind. It's with a holy host of others standing round me. Still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it looks like it goes on like it forever. You must forgive me. I'm up and gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And it is just like a friend of mine. She hit me from behind. As I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Gone to Carolina in my mind. Well, I'm already gone. I'm gone. Say nice things about me. I'm gone, solid gone. You'd have to carry on without me. I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Yes, I'm gone. Well, I'm going to Carolina in my mind.
Yeah!
Time magazine called my first guest an equal opportunity offender. The FCC called him on the carpet for his blue-tinged broadcast and these are the cue cards. You all can see it, they can't see it. Sorry. His blue-tinged broadcast on WXRK FM radio in New York caused a whole revolution in censorship. Let's welcome the meanest, nastiest, dirtiest DJ in the whole wide world, my man, Mr. Howard Stern.
Yeah, 7 past 6 o'clock, 92.3 K-Rock, WYSP, WJFK. Look at Jackie the Joke Man and Martling laughing at me over there.
Why is he laughing?
Because we have such two different personalities. What turns me on doesn't turn him on. Always interesting. Hey, man. Ready to start the Sam tribute?
Absolutely, today's the day.
I might start with the new Sam Kinison song, which we were here till 3 o'clock working on yesterday.
That'd be a good way to set the mood.
You're damn right. I better set the mood about 900 times, considering how many hours I put in on this.
It better be.
Yeah. See Jackie incredible blurry-eyed from Sam tribute songs.
We should have a sad theme for days like this if we're going to do a serious.
Yeah, you're like Oprah. Hey, Gary, can you work on that?
Well, you know what we do have?
What do we have?
That we can go in and out of breaks with is Fred actually did at home one time, the sad Entertainment Tonight music.
Oh, good, yeah.
You know the one time?
Yeah. In fact, you can get that now. I'd like to start the show with it.
I'm pretty sure he still got it.
Good. Because,
yeah. Yeah, because what we just played was way too upbeat.
Yeah, right. You know, you're right. Oprah would never do that. Oprah has a sad theme. For when, you know, it's just Patrick Swayze on is happy, you know,
Yeah.
but woo! It's the sad when, you know, she has a woman who, you know, had splinters in her vagina for 3 years and didn't know about it and got an infection. Splinters. Our tribute to Sam Kinison when we come back from these words.
The classic rock station, 92.3 K-Rock.
We're doing the Sam Kinison tribute show. I promised you clips of Sam Kinison, and what I'll do is, why don't I start with the Sam Kinison song?
Okay.
And then when I come back, Robin, I'll have Gary do the rundown of all the clips we pulled, and then Gary can say the word clips.
About a million.
Clips. Clips. No, say it normal.
Clips.
Clips.
Like that's any better.
Clips. And Gary will run down all the clips that he pulled, and we'll get the thing started. Because it is fun listening to these tapes. Although it is
John told
eerie.
me that when he was listening back to some of them and reviewing them, he almost cried.
Yeah, well.
Cried while he laughed because they were so funny.
Yeah, they're good. It's good stuff we have for you this morning.
Yeah,
so
funny.
It's a special show, but I understand nobody's driving into work this morning because
it's Good Friday.
Because it's Good Friday. But you know something? I was on the road this morning. It was packed.
Really?
Yeah. It was Good Friday and Passover.
You know what? The banks are open.
Right.
Everything's open.
Yeah.
Everything's
The only
working.
thing closed is the stock exchange.
Exactly. I know I'm working.
We're working way too long.
Yeah, we're working way into Saturday. John was crying, huh, when he heard the clips?
Yeah.
I think John was crying because he thought about how long he's been working here for free. That's what I think. I was talking to our general manager yesterday about Stuttering John.
Yes.
And he says, I don't know. I don't understand. First of all, I now call Tom. I don't go into his office because going to office it takes too long. So I just called him on the phone and said, you know, we're sending John to London.
Right.
So like none of it was working out. I basically called up. I said, Tom, I'm up to my ass in work. Do you think you can work out some details on this? So he was, well, okay, but you know, I'm on vacation tomorrow, taking a day off. Well, it's Good Friday. Tom doesn't work on Friday. And they're not upset. Yeah, that's the same reaction we had. Our head went about 3 feet in the air. Robin's head just lifted off her
I
shoulder.
was like E.T. just now. You know, my head just shot out.
My first reaction was, Tom, why do you need a day off? You're off every day.
You can never question anybody's religious values. That's a problem with religious
I
holidays.
know. Believe me, Tom is not that religious. I've seen Jimmy Fink go in and ask for a raise, and it's not a pretty sight.
Tom is the devil when it comes to contract negotiations.
Yeah, I guess he just sits there and prays that Jesus will overlook past behaviors. But he says to me, you know, with Stuttering John, I don't know. It's the world's longest intern. It's the world's longest internship. When is he gonna, you know? Like he's almost mad that John's still here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Tom, he's a great part of the show. Why would you be annoyed? But he's like annoyed. He's annoyed that John's been here so long. You know, I was like, you know, hey, thank the guy for being here so long. He's funny. I don't know. He's so weird. You couldn't go out and write a script for a John.
No, but Tom doesn't see it that way.
Well, Tom will be in church today in case anybody wants to talk to him about it. Tom is going to feel close to Jesus today because Jesus had holes in his hands and Tom has holes in his head. So, they get along very well. Oh, Jesus, you have holes in your hands and I have a giant hole in my head, like a sperm whale. All right, listen, let's not get off track.
It's a day to tribute Sam.
Right. All right, you ready for the song? I think you're really going to like it.
Okay.
Worked pretty hard on it.
Is it sad?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh,
it wasn't sad after Baba Booey got done with it. In fact, you hated Sam after he got done with it. But now it's sufficiently sad.
All right.
All right. You agree, Bob? Yeah. Yes. All right, here we go. The Sounds of Tennyson. You have not heard this yet?
No.
All right.
Goodbye, Kinnison, my old friend. It's sad that car crash was your end. You were so funny and a real great guy. You used to make me laugh so hard I'd cry. You drink and do drugs that could choke a horse without remorse. Now I miss the sounds of Kinnison. The comic outlaws are all lost because you always were the boss. In comedy you really were the king. You could break balls about most anything.
Well, life was tough. But at least I was able to live it out, and I was able to face death and not be afraid. And well, now I'm ready to go to heaven, be with Jesus. And hey.
Now we miss the sounds of Kinnison.
Oh, Jesus, you know.
Who cares you used profanity? You goofed on the world's insanity. You know you really led a real wild life. You were a wise ass but a real wild guy.
We like to wear rubbers, guys!
Champagne, made you nuts, but you had guts. How I miss the sound of kissing.
I didn't come to be Jesus, a miracle painter.
You were a bright and shining star. You loved to play your rock guitar. You were so funny every time you snapped. Compared to you, the others all were crap.
I'm a nasty bolt, I'm a nasty bolt.
Oh, because of you, I'll never joke again.
We'll see you later, Jesus.
And now we'll miss the sounds of kissing. The way you died was such a shame. The world without you's not the same. The way you screamed, those jokes could raise the dead. Yet fame and fortune never went to your head.
I'm still here.
You're gone. We'll surely miss you and your beret. What can we say? It's goodbye to the sounds of Kinnison.
What do you think of that? It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That was good. You like that, huh?
Get some,
Get some goosebumps?
I mean, different parts of it, too.
Good, that's what I wanted. Good job, Fred. And also Pig Vomit at 92.3 KROC WYSP WJFK. All right, let me take a break and then we'll come back and, boy, Robin, you're rather choked up, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, that was good, huh? Yeah.
Really is true. No more sand.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. All right, we'll take a break and then we'll, see, he would have really liked that song.
He'd have loved
Oh, yeah.
it. That was, I mean, you'd called him the king.
Yeah, he loves that.
Said he was better than everybody else.
Yeah, that's what he wants to hear.
Now he can go in peace.
That's it. Feel like a ghost. Now he can leave this part of the earth.
Yeah. He can go with those white things. That
Yeah. The sky just opened up and took him. All right, why don't we take a break and then we'll reminisce and play a couple of moments that we thought were real fun with him, and we'll take some phone calls. Also, we'll hear some commentary on Sam from various people calling in, like Norman Lear and who else?
That's probably about it.
Yeah, maybe good enough.
Norman Lear's good.
Yeah, good. Norman Lear's good enough. All right, we'll be back right after these words. 631, 92.3 KROC, WYSP, WJFK. Did you like that song? Yes, thank you. I think that is a yes. You like that song? Thank you. Did you like that song? Thank you.
Hello?
Oh, so we get off with just 3 blank phones and move on.
I got Howard, you guys. Howard.
How'd you like that song?
Hello?
Yes.
Good morning, Howard.
You like that song?
Yeah, it was good. The Sam Kinison song, yeah, it was great.
It was good, right?
It was great. I'm looking forward. I think everybody's staying home from work with their tape players on, ready to record.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
No, I mean, you know, for
Should
all
not record. That's pirating. No, not for personal use or any other use.
Don't you
This
know
is
that
my-
half your listeners are doing that?
No, this is my private collection, and in case you are the only person on the planet who didn't hear about it, you are not allowed to tape this morning.
Oh. Is that... Also, you know that thing
That's
about turning
FCC
the
rules.
receiver upside down?
I said that's FCC rules.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, F the FCC, that's
Yeah, well, we're sending out a signal on the tapes that we had put on it that will melt your recorder.
Oh, man.
I'm
Well,
serious. All right,
what
go
about-
ahead, do it.
Listen, Howard, don't hang up.
What is it?
That thing about the receiver upside down,
Yes, how do you like it?
it's not making any difference. I tried it.
Well, maybe you're tone deaf.
I think it's I don't understand how Robin is behind you and then you're
It's
out
like a
front.
hologram, and obviously you're not doing it properly. Take any radio, turn it upside down. Is it FM stereo?
Yeah,
Turn it upside down, and it's
it's
an
like a big
effect.
receiver, you know.
It's an effect.
Harman Kardon.
Yeah, it will work on that.
We love you, Howard.
Thank you.
This is Chuck from Agorio, your buddy.
Are you wearing red when you
Yes,
do it?
I am.
Well, you have to be wearing red when you turn your radio upside down. Thank you. All right. Dope. We're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
Yes, how you doing? Hey, it was a great song, man.
Thanks.
Hey, too bad that wasn't Imus in the car that got killed, though.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking that last night. Isn't that strange? I was thinking about all the people I'd love to see dead.
Yeah.
And I go, you know, it's just not fair. I mean, I pray for the death of Imus. I mean, you know, I just hope he gets cancer or AIDS or something.
Yeah. Either him or Mark and Brian, you know.
Yeah.
He's always
I would
got-
love it if Arsenio had AIDS or something.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be great. I mean, there's so many cool people you want dead.
Yeah, but God doesn't want those people either.
I know. It's like, if, according to my wife's theory, they haven't finished what they're supposed to be doing on this planet. I'm going, what possible task could God have for Mark and Brian?
They'll be here a long, long time trying to complete it.
Yeah, it's really very hard to deal with. I know what you're saying, because I went through that whole thing. I go, hey, here's a guy, great comedian. He definitely had a couple of good hours of material left in him. He had a witty mind, you know, and he was a lot of fun. Now, why the hell would God take him when there's jerk-offs like Imus, Mark and Brian, Rick Dees? I mean, I could make a list for God of about 950 billion people
We don't need.
who are useless on this planet,
Yeah,
who aren't productive, who aren't funny, who are just jerks.
Yeah, it always seems the good ones go, you know, a little too early. I mean, I had goosebumps. I was shocked. I still can't believe he's gone.
You know, you got to get the album, Have You Seen Me Lately? That was Kinnison's album. We were listening to it yesterday trying to pull some clips off of it. And it was really funny just to listen to it again. That's where most of that stuff came from, Robin.
Hey, Howard, can I ask just one quick question about Gary?
Sure.
Is it, you know, just my TV set, or is he really that damn ugly? He is a dog.
Just your set, man. Just your set.
Oh, man.
I know we're on the radio. I was going to use another word to describe him, but
I don't know. I've heard women say they think Gary's cute, so what can I
Lots
say?
of women like Gary's look.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I know gay guys love him. I mean, they go wild for him. I mean, I'll tell you something. So, you know, you can't really put down Gary's appearance. It might look strange to a heterosexual male, Gary's appearance.
Yeah.
I think he looks funny. I think
I
he
was
looks
going
funny,
to
but
say that that's a test of your heterosexuality.
Right.
How funny Gary looks.
if Gary looks real funny to you, then you're okay. You're a very healthy heterosexual.
I love that any mammal loves me.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Thanks a lot, Howard.
All right, man. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Have a good life. You're on the air. One last call, and then we'll get right into the tapes.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Howard today.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
This is Richie Sambora?
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right. How you doing, Richie?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
All right. No, what can we do for you?
Yeah, this is Gary.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Haven't talked to you guys for a while.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, not much.
All right. Thanks for the call.
No, wait, can I talk to Howard, please?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I'd just like to compliment his song, and, you know, whatever he wants, I'll just, you know, fit in with the conversation.
All right. Hold on.
Hey,
1 second. We'll get to you. All right?
excuse me.
Oh,
He'll fit in with the conversation.
I thought that was Zachary. Fit in with the conversation. You have to sort of roll along with it. Don't fit in with it. Can't believe I got disconnected from that guy. All right. What clips do we have?
Okay, here are the clips.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, we have, well, of course, the morning that Pat McCormick, Jack Riley, and Chuck McCann were here,
Right.
which turned into them all ganging up on Judy with Judy Tenuta, which turned into Judy leaving and crying.
Right. That was good. That was a great moment.
Jessica tells a story about how Sam made in the bed.
Oh, I got to hear that. All right. When do we get that on? How long is that?
That's about 9 minutes.
Uh-huh. That was great.
Then there's a time that he called my mom because she had a sexual dream about him.
Oh, that's great. Let's play that.
Ronnie and Sam argue.
That's
Ooh,
great. Let's
Ronnie
play
and
that.
Sam.
Remember
I
that?
forgot about that.
Ronnie the limo driver.
Leslie and Sam argue. Sam concedes his Letterman shot. Called the morning after he did his Letterman shot. It's very funny about how bad it was. Sam, I found through going through the computer, Sam talks about a car accident that he had.
Right.
But it's sort of funny and interesting.
Right.
That Sam could always make it. I had to divide this into two clips. The fabulous Luna.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy morning that we had, and I sort of highlighted just how insane it was in here, and then a lot of Luna talking. So
Right.
Sam brought us one of our funniest guests.
Right.
Pat Cooper commented on Sam after his Joan Rivers.
Right. That's what
disaster.
Pat ripped into Sam. Yeah.
I wonder what he has to say now.
Oh, probably the same thing. Pat's very consistent. You got to admit.
I would like to know that.
Yeah. We could know because Pat said we could call him if we want.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear.
Sam and Joan Rivers make up after that.
Yeah.
There's the big fight that you two guys had.
Right.
And then, which is followed by, I just took a short clip, an example of the man-dude rap.
Right.
How that turned into the man-dude rap.
Right.
Really a funny piece of tape. Sam really lit, desperately trying to pick up Carol Alt.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
great.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And he was drunk out of his mind.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, just saying anything she wants to hear.
He was trying to be his most charming. I love Sam when he was like that.
Yeah, and he never was charming because he always stunk from champagne, and like he's trying to be charming, but meanwhile he's like,
And he's slobbering.
Sam tells how he told Malika about Sabrina. It's a
oh
great
yeah,
clip.
that's great.
Explains that.
That he phoned in on, right? Yeah.
No, this is actually when they were in here together because she was sitting right there. It was so interesting. Malika explains how she brought a woman home for Sam.
Ah, that was great.
Sam's last appearance.
Oh.
Sam in bed with two women.
That was a great appearance.
Can
we play them all at once? Is that possible? That we can
Sam's last appearance was him in bed with two women?
It was a phone call.
Yeah.
It was a phone call. And he tells us what happened.
But you remember there was actually a girl in the bed with them.
That's right. They called us after she had brought him a woman.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How are you going to be sober for Joan Rivers, you asked Sam, and he explains how.
That was great.
That was the morning.
I'd like to hear that.
The Meg Griffin bit is great.
How long is the Joan Rivers and how he explains the Joan Rivers?
It's just under a minute.
Give me that. I got to hear that. All right, let me set this up. Okay.
Now, Brenner was in this day.
Yeah, David Brenner's here, and Sam is supposed to appear on Joan Rivers. This is the very famous time that Joan Rivers had Sam booked and paid for him to come to New York and everything. He shows up on our show, gets drunk, and doesn't show up on the Joan Rivers show.
Completely misses the Joan Rivers show, and she had set aside an hour for him.
And I kept saying to Sam the whole time, and Robin did as well, everyone did, said, how the hell are you going to be
okay
for the Joan Rivers show? And I guess this is Sam's explanation.
He always had one.
Yeah, he always had a plan.
Never worked, but
Right.
he always had a plan.
There it is.
I mean, this is
Never worked.
This is an explanation. It wasn't
Right.
like...
Yeah, he wasn't kidding.
Right.
Right.
We were screaming, coming from the airport, screaming. Great stuff.
What did I miss?
Just the
We were actually talking about you.
We were talking
No,
about
you were talking.
How are you going to
Yes, we
get
were.
sober in time for Joan Rivers? Tell everyone the
How do
plan.
you know I'm drunk?
You
How do
have
you
a-
know
'cause I know
this
you
and
are.
this and that?
Tell everyone the plan.
People expect a certain behavioral pattern out of me. And I'm only trying to supply them with what they think the image of me is.
In other words, you are totally sober right now.
Of course, I could pass the driver's test.
He just got a fax from a guy.
I could like pass a Willie Smith,
Who
lie
that is?
detector test.
Okay.
I could
Go
handle whatever I had to handle.
We just got a fax from a guy who said he's drunk.
Just listening to
Oh,
Sam.
who said that? Who said that? Bob Goldthwait? Who sent that in?
You know what's funny? When that clip first started, I swear I could smell booze.
Yeah.
I could because when Sam used to come in and be in that kind of shape, the room smelled from Sam.
Oh.
And Rob, you even said when he would try to pick you up back in the office, first of all, he would just get real close to you. Or Sam was always trying to get close to somebody, but he was rotund.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get close to him, and then he would have that smell of the champagne
And he'd be sweaty.
yeah,
Oh, it's just...
and he'd been up for 3 days.
Oh.
And that's a great explanation. That is a great clip to start things with.
Well, you know what?
And it even sounds like he's waking up. He didn't even know what we were talking about. What I missed.
Where am I?
Actually, some of these clips are sort of a theme. So since that was the day that he missed Joan, you should play this clip of him trying to pick up Carol Alt because that's also
later in the same day.
Yeah, it's actually earlier that same day.
I know. I was really excited because I had tried to get Carol. See, we've had Ron Greshner on the show, who's Carol Alt's husband. Ron Greshner, the hockey player. And I always said to him, hey, bring Carol by, because Carol's a model, and she's really hot-looking, you know. And she really is cute. And I was really excited that she was coming in. And I remember in the back of my mind, I'm going, geez, if I could convince Sam to leave, I could have a really good interview with Carol Alt. You know, I remember I was just like, I can't believe Sam is going to be here when Carol Alt is here. And it's going to be totally ruined, because, you know, I was going to try to work up some sexuality with Carol Alt, and I knew Sam was just going to be overpowering, freak her out, and scare her, which he did. They were having. I mean, she looked great that day. She was wearing like a little summer dress, and she's really cute. And Sam wanted it. And there was no way Carol Alt was going to even be slightly attracted to Sam. Because Sam was completely loaded out of his
I
mind.
was just thinking about the look on her face. And Sam sat there slobbering over her hand because he kept holding her hand.
Yeah, he was holding her hand, and she didn't want any physical contact. And David Brenner was Brenner in the room at that point? No.
Later.
Brenner, I know, was ready to crawl out of the room. It was just. Did I set this up properly?
Yeah, no,
okay.
you got it right.
So here it is.
You're trying to interview Carol.
Right.
And Sam's having a different conversation, but on mic.
Right. Interrupting.
I know what a record needs in the record business.
You do.
have to support it. I swear. You know that.
Look at Sam. He's so filled with love in his eyes.
I know.
He's
No,
babbling.
Right.
Because didn't Carol say she wanted a recording
Yes,
career?
she has in fact, she brought in a tape or something
Right.
of her record.
And Sam was really trying to lay a whole number on her about like what she needs to do for a recording career, anything.
Oh, he's agreeing with everything she said. She's talking about how the record needs a lot of support. Oh, yes.
One of the
Records
things-
need a lot of support.
Yeah, and one of the things I learned
He's
charming her in the worst way.
No, Howard, don't ask the panties question.
Yeah, don't ask the panties question.
What is she using modeling as a stepping stone?
Right.
I'm doing everything I can not to offend you, to work with you, and that I hope this single...
This is Sam's penis talking right now.
His penis has him under control.
This is your penis talking. This is a penis talking.
Let me put the other mic down here.
You're babbling like a man whose penis is talking.
Put on your hat. There's this woman here. Get dressed.
Hold it.
I'm just saying, I know how important it is to push a record. You did it for I'm not going to say the band because I don't want you to spin out and fall off of the mouth.
Right.
But you know the band. You know the band that you helped.
Bon Jovi.
Oh, you said it. You can do the same thing for Carol right now. You know you have the power. You're the great radio guy.
I am trying to help her. I'm trying to help her.
Howard, you have the power. You're the radio guy.
But what if
you
Carol...
tell people?
But what if...
buy this record is
I
the
give up.
sincere effort that started. They will do it.
But what if Carol howls like a wolf? And I have to tell her.
You will look at her and you'll see that beautiful face and you'll say, this is the best music I've ever heard.
Right.
I think, Carol, I sincerely think you put your effort into this.
You're right, Sam.
And I think that people are going to be impressed.
All right, here we go.
And
Sam, please allow me.
Howard, I guarantee
Sam, the cone of silence.
If you get any success, Howard is going to call you up. Am I not right? You're going to go.
This is a bulldozer fueled by vodka. He will not stop. Let me handle
Wait a
it.
second. You are going to say, if it's a success, you're going to go, Carol, you owe me. Are you going to do that?
Yes. Yeah. He liked the record even before he heard
He
it.
never heard one note.
He really thought he was...
talking about how great it is.
He really thought he was going to score. You know you liked... He gets completely sexed up. I mean, I was sexed up, but I wasn't about to commit to liking the record. By the way, I guess we all know Carol's record went on to be a huge smash hit. And
she does owe you.
And she owes me. She's on 5 different labels. Well, that's funny. What else? What other clips you got?
Well, I guess
just give us the full...
I guess that since you played that clip, of course, Sam missed the Joan Rivers show that day.
Right.
And it really... I think Sam felt it ruined his reputation, so he really asked you to patch things up with him and Joan.
So this is Sam and Joan patching up?
Right.
All right. Well, Sam called me that night after he missed the Joan Rivers show and blamed everything on me. So in order to, sort of get him rational, I said, I tell you what, I'll get Joan on the phone, and we'll patch things up. Oh, that's great. He goes, oh, that's great. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. This is when Sam was trying to prove to the industry that he was capable of showing up on time.
Yeah, he was having meetings about that new Charlie Hoover show.
Yeah, and he had to prove to the Fox executives that he couldn't. They were ready to throw him off the Emmys as a presenter. They were ready to throw him off the Charlie Hoover show. And Sam had to patch things up with Joan Rivers. So I called Joan, and she said, no problem. She says, I love Sam. I'll patch it up with him. And it turned into a love fest in 3 seconds. I wanted them to fight.
Yeah.
Well, it got a little heavy for a couple of seconds.
Right. And then everything turned nice. Yeah. Joan wasn't playing that game.
Well, it was, Sam was sort of in denial that it was his fault.
And by the way, this really did help because afterwards Fox said, okay, we'll give you one last chance. We're going to schedule a meeting with you, Sam. And if you show up to that meeting on time, we'll realize you're responsible. Guess what? Sam missed the meeting. He missed it by a day.
I don't know how he managed to ever get those people back to the table. But
I don't know. He did. But here it is, the big reunion, if you will.
I love you, Sam. Let me tell you something. I was so angry with you. Watch my show today.
I haven't been this love since my second wife.
No.
Forgot Marvin Mitchell.
Excuse me. Sam, I kept an audience for 2.5 hours. They kept telling us on the telephone, he's on his way over. He's on his way over. 2.5 hours I stood and talked to an audience waiting for you. Why didn't they just say he's not coming 2.5 hours before the show?
You guys moved up the call time, and I was not informed of this.
We didn't move up the call time. We always stayed
It
with
was
that
not
time.
12:45. I was told it was 2:45. I thought I had several hours to recover from Howard's show.
But at 2:45, we were still waiting for you.
Well, yeah, but I mean that was not enough. That was not enough time. I overextended myself. And tried to...
Wait a second. I got to interrupt. This is Sam. This is great. This is very classic. So he's explaining, hey, you guys had the wrong time. 12:45 was not the time I was told. It was told 2:45. So Joan goes, well, then we waited till 2:45. Why didn't you come then? Because, well, no.
One of the only times on any of these tapes you'll ever hear Sam without an answer.
Yeah, Sam, but he had an answer. I mean, he did say something. Yeah. You hear the mind working, and it's just coming up blank.
Too much. Let me just say, I'm not mad at you.
I apologize for the inconvenience.
You don't have to apologize.
Because I love you, I've always loved you, I've defended you to people, I've said, I think you're the only true comedian.
You defended me.
See, he ran out of answers. It finally dawned on him that it was his fault. And now he's like, showering the praise. The only true comedian. What a great move.
Like she needs his defense.
Yeah. I've been defending you. This woman's got $57 million. He started kissing ass. He realized he was backed into a corner. The woman got him.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, 12:45 was not the time I was told. Yeah, I was told 2:45. Well, we waited till 2:45. I defend you to everyone, and I love you, and...
my book, I think it's...
stand-up comedy, I've always said that.
What are you angry at me? You're angry at me.
I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at the impression I'm getting. I'm angry about the phone calls from everybody in the industry that I got yesterday. How they're going to they're yanking me from the Emmys. They're yanking me from everything.
Why should they yank you from me? That's not my fault.
I got the current affair piece that was put together.
He's blaming Joan for that. That was Sam. Sam was busy the night before blaming me. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at the press I'm getting. Oh, but that was so great. It was so great that he didn't show up on our show. It was great. It was great fun. Now you can see why Sam did so well in divorce court,
By your people, obviously.
Not by my people.
Well, where did they get the footage from your show?
Who the hell? Sam, let me tell you something. I don't work for Current Affairs.
From your show?
What are you talking about? Watch
Where did
my
Current
show.
Affairs get the footage from your show?
Sam,
You didn't have anything to do with that.
Sam, what you don't... Now, wait a second, Sam. Hold it. Don't blame me. Your people told me you were coming. Your people told me you were on the way. Let me finish. On the way.
As an alcoholic, it's out of control.
Howard, can I please talk here?
Yes. Can I say something, though?
Can we talk?
Can I just tell you guys one...
No, give me a chance.
All right, go ahead.
Watch my show today. We talk about it. We waited for 2.5... I stood in front of an audience for 2.5 hours that came to see you, Sam, and said he's coming. People on the phone said he's on his way. He's on his way. Your people, not my people, your people said he's on his way. He's on his way. He's in the limo. He's on his way. He's on his way. It doesn't take 2.5 hours to get from the plaza, I figured that out, to 57th Street in New York. What am I supposed to do with 300 people that are sitting there waiting for you? We had a show to do. We had a crew there. So we sat down and we interviewed my staff. One of them played you because she had interviewed you, so she didn't watch. She does most of the questions. She does all your answers. I think, Sam, you are the smartest and the most brilliant, and you say what I think on stage. I've said that all over. I just finished putting out my book, I swear to God. So don't yell at me what happened. Tell your staff they should tell the truth. Say he's sick.
I when I talked to Howard yesterday, so I would love to talk to Joan and work this out.
I was going to call you
today. Pay the expenses that you're out for me coming up there. I'll be glad to come back and do it whatever you want, and I'll pay myself.
I wouldn't do anything.
I'll pay my own way to come back and make this up to you. I love you.
September 10th, you got a date.
I think you're the best. I'll do anything I can to make this work.
Don't be mad at me, because we'll just end up with the National Enquirer. Don't be mad at whoever said he's coming.
I just woke up today, yesterday, and I got hit with. You have no. I can't. I don't want to go over on the air because it's.
Well, then you should yell at.
Show business,
well, then they're stupid and they're wrong, and they shouldn't do that.
One of the networks is the people you had trouble with at one time. So
tell me.
Yeah.
But you know that A, that's going to pass. B, you know that's not going to stay that way.
Okay.
And C,
so are we still in love?
Beyond love.
Okay, good.
That's great.
But for a moment, he had her on the rope.
Yeah, he did.
He got control of that argument.
Yeah.
Too funny.
It was pretty weak, though, because I was about to burst in and say, Current Affairs just takes whatever they want to use and goes with it. But done that to me.
He felt that was a strong punch he gave.
Yeah. And then when he feels like he has a strong punch, he didn't shut up about it. And then I like when Joan's like recounting the course of events for 24 hours inside of 3 seconds, and her words are like... I don't know. That was great.
When we come back, we can we can find out how Pat Cooper felt about the whole situation.
Yeah, now Pat Cooper started getting upset, and he called in and started screaming about Sam.
He was actually in line.
He didn't like the fact that they made up.
Yeah, he didn't like what you just heard because he felt that Joan was having a guy on who had problems, and you shouldn't reward people with problems.
Well, if a guy blows an opportunity, you don't just give him another opportunity, basically.
Basically, Pat was saying, hey, I'd like to be on the show. Why is anyone asking me to be on? I'll show up. All right, we'll be back right after these words with more of our Sam Kinison tribute. And you know what? I'll start off the Sam Kinison tribute after these commercials. Well, I'll play the song again because people really like it. 653, 92.3 KROC, WYSP, WJFK. Yes, we're back. Our tribute to Sam Kinison. Robin, I'm going to play the Sam Kinison song for anyone who missed it. You liked it, didn't you?
I loved it.
Yeah, I could tell. You were choked up, weren't you?
I could hardly talk.
And Gary said Robin looked choked up.
I was.
I like
want
that.
to commend everyone involved.
Well, did put in quite a few. I was pretty choked up yesterday when I realized I didn't get home till about 3:30, 4.
That upset you.
Yeah, that really... I wasn't sure about that look on your face because I said, well, maybe she's got gas. I don't know. Either you had gas or you were really choked up. Because I've seen that look when you have gas. Remember, I experienced it.
Whoa.
You know, it did happen once.
You didn't see any look.
We all saw it.
We've all seen it.
Very uncomfortable look. All right, here it is. The sounds of Kinison. Then we'll get back to this. We'll jump back into this sort of story we're telling about Sam through the old tapes.
Goodbye, Kinison, my old friend. It's sad that car crash was your end. You were so funny and a real great guy. You used to make me laugh so hard I'd cry. You drink and do drugs that could choke a horse without remorse. Now I miss the sounds of Kinison. The comic outlaws are all lost because you always were the boss. In comedy you really were the king. You could break balls about most anything.
Well, life was tough. Well, at least I was able to live it out, and I was able to face death and not be afraid. And well, now I'm ready to go to heaven, be with Jesus. And hey.
Now we miss the sounds of Kinison.
Oh, Jesus, you know.
Who cares? You used profanity. You goofed on the world's insanity. You know you really led a real wild life. You were a wise ass but a real wild guy.
Do we like to wear rubbers, guys?
Champagne. Coke both made you nuts, but you had guts. How I miss the sounds of Kinison.
I didn't come to be Jesus, the miracle
You
caterer.
were a bright and shining star. You loved to play your rock guitar. You were so funny every time you snapped. Compared to you, the others all were crap.
I'm a nasty bolt, I'm a nasty bolt.
Oh, because of you, I'll never joke again.
We'll see you later, Jesus.
And now we'll miss the sounds of Kinison. The way you died was such a shame. A world without you's not the same. The way you screamed, those jokes could raise the dead. Your fame and fortune never went to your head.
Still here.
You're gone. We'll surely miss you and your beret. What can we say? It's goodbye to the sounds of Kinison.
There you go. A tribute song. Pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I was complaining yesterday to Fred that I hope that I die before him so he can write me a song, you know.
Because if you have to write Fred a song, he won't be
I said,
remembered
Fred,
very well.
you should get some song. Me and Jackie will be in charge of writing it. You know,
It'll sound like the Pod song.
yeah, so we said, roll out the coffin.
So, Fred, you better stay.
Yeah.
Fred should keep eating healthy.
Yeah, right.
Write your song now.
Well, that's what I said to Fred. I said, would you mind writing my song now, just to ensure? And write your own song for that
write
matter.
all of our songs.
The sounds of Fred Norris.
You could die before all.
Fred, would you do that? Like, could that be your assignment? Like,
That'll be
next week you'll bring in the Howard Stern song.
I'll do that.
And then the Jackie the Jokeman, the Robin song, your song, you know, the Gary Delabate song. We'd like to hear our death song.
There's even one for Scott.
I'm desperate for a good one. And plus, I'd like to work on it, because if Gary pulls the clips for it, I know I'm in trouble.
You got to work on Gary's clips.
I should play the original version of the Sam Kinison song.
Really?
You hated Sam by the time it was over.
Oh, come on. I did what you told me.
I know. All right, take it easy.
He did say you were to be commended this week. You did.
Yeah, you did a good job on this show.
Baba Booey.
That was a qualified
And
commentator.
Scott keeps running in so that I'll compliment him on his engineering.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Look
That's
at
why
him.
I'm here.
Well, you did a better mix this time.
Thank you.
How come his lips don't move when he speaks?
Because there's a lot, let me explain that to you. There are a lot of guys on this planet. It's mostly guys who have mustaches, you see it a lot too. There are guys who don't want their lips to go in a funny fashion. They think they look funny. It's more macho. It's like the Marlboro Man.
Uh-huh.
You know who explained this to me? The great Betty Ann Leesburg, who was my voice coach.
I see.
She used to say, I want you now to make your mouth in a very funny shape, and it's going to be hard for you because you're a man, and men have to keep their mouths so straight. I said, don't worry about me. I don't worry about looking good. You let me at it. I'll make my lips in the most weird contortion. You'll think Arsenio's mouth looks pleasant. Your head is shinier than ever, Scott, if I can compliment you. Would you wax it this morning? I swear to God.
Thank you.
I just noticed when he was speaking, I didn't know where the voice was coming from because his lips weren't moving.
I know, he looks like a Jerry Mahoney dummy because only the bottom lip moves. The top one just stays. I'm telling you, he just doesn't. And then he'll talk like this, like in a monotone. Macho Scott, the engineer. Go ahead, move your lips around when you talk.
Hello. I can't. They just don't move.
His voice has no inflection either.
I know.
Yeah. How come Stuttering John is mad at Jerry Seinfeld? What's going on with that?
Well, he heard through the grapevine that Jerry was trashing him on the air yesterday. He said he went out and all the people in public told him that Jerry said some things about him. Said that John was just that John is just your black midget stuttering intern.
Yeah, I didn't understand the reference to black midget.
I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
That was a composite type thing, I'm sure, from the TV show from Kessler.
Oh, I see.
That's how I saw that.
He also said that...
he's talking about a lot of different people, including Stuttering John?
Yeah.
Midget, stuttering, black, et cetera, et cetera.
I see.
And then John was also upset because he heard that Jerry said that John's career is over.
Well, what career are we talking about?
And he meant that as how successful John was.
Right.
That everybody knows who he is now.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know what people told John and what he told me.
John's confused. Well, let's get back to the Sam
that's why
Kinison tribute.
John is upset most of the time.
Yeah, right. Life is confusing. All right, now where were we? Okay, so when we last left you, Sam, we're trying to weave this into a little story here. When we last left you, Sam had just finished making up with Joan Rivers, trying to explain to her why he was late for her show, and he had no explanation whatsoever. But then Pat Cooper called in after he came in to make the point that Sam shouldn't be forgiven by Joan Rivers, that Joan Rivers is an idiot, that Sam is an idiot. He was mad at everyone that day because his point was if somebody in this business doesn't show up on time for a show, they should not be rewarded. And Joan is rewarding a guy who should be institutionalized.
Yeah. Actually, what Pat was really focusing in on is just how out of control Sam's life was and how he needed some help.
Right. Pat was mad at everything.
People should help him, not put him on shows.
Right. Yeah, that's what he said. I said, I don't see that's going to help him. You got to play the theme first. And now, the Pat Cooper memories
I gotta say things. If you see somebody drowning, damn it, you gotta jump in and try to make an attempt to help. I'm not gonna go there and praise a guy who's a pain in the neck. He needs hospital help. We gotta send this guy to a doctor because I think he's gonna jump out of a window one day.
Now,
and if he does, you're gonna be the first one to go, Pat, he did it. And that's gonna be the end of that.
Listen to me.
You want me to tell you where Sam's problem was?
You think that you could help Sam Kinison?
You
think that you could help Sam
Kinison? Robin?
Go ahead. You know
what his problem is. Sam's problem. You don't even know Sam.
I'm going to give it a problem.
Right.
A year and a half, Sam Kinison was counting Andrew Dice Clay's career. And while he was counting his career, he was losing his. You don't count nobody's career. What do you worry about what Andrew Dice Clay does? Mind your business. Go out there, clean your own fish. No, he's worried about the other guy. Forget about the other guy. You go out there and do. He's worried. Hold on a minute. He's accusing Andrew Dice Clay of robbing material.
This made no sense because Pat is the guy who worries about everyone else. He's constantly bitching about everyone and what they did. And
what is he doing in here if he's not watching Sam's career?
Right. He's watching Sam.
He's accusing Andrew Dice Clay. Let Andrew Dice Clay die in peace, and you worry about yourself. Meanwhile, they get so worked up. You say, I get worked up. He defecates in bed. Did he defecate in bed?
So Jessica Hahn says. I don't
so what? Did he defecate in bed? I don't want to know nothing.
No.
Even if he came close to defecating in bed. If he came that close,
but why should a man's career...
We gotta save him.
Why should a man's career be ruined because of your judgment
I'm ruining
of him?
his career? They're going to worry about me
No,
ruining his
you're
career?
saying that you want to keep him off the air.
I want to keep him off the air till he pays attention. He's got to be sane.
He's going to be there.
He ain't gonna, you're sure he's going to be there now. Now he goes, okay, until he does it again. And guaranteed.
Yeah, you're out of line. You're out of line. You're out of line because you're putting your value system on his career, and his career is his career.
He can't be you.
Well, then, you know,
right. Not everyone can be you, Pat.
You know what I got to do?
Pat, you're out of line.
Next time, no, that's your opinion.
You're out of line.
No, I'm not out of line.
I got to tell you, you're out of line.
You're an incredibly strong person. Now, you know you've seen other people in this business out of control.
But Pat wants to be rewarded, Rob, for showing up on time.
I know.
You want to be rewarded for showing up on time.
And you've seen those people continue to have careers.
When a man makes a mistake, see, and complains.
Right.
What do you complain? You made the mistake. You complaining? I'm complaining you made the mistake.
Why are you worried about Sam Kinison?
I'm not worried about Sam Kinison.
You got another cartoon out of
I'm worried that
you want to make a book out of him?
Here's a guy who's going to go off a cliff. I'm telling you right now. He's a talented man.
He's an adult.
Nobody's saying...
He's an adult.
No, he's not an adult. An adult don't act that way.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
Adults don't talk...
An adult don't sit in a toilet bowl, throwing his eyes out, and telling his girlfriend...
Not all adults act the same way. Not all adults act the same way.
That's what he's doing. And when John's saying, he's in the bathroom doing what? And the girlfriend's going, I don't want to say. Of course you don't want to say. The man to put himself through that, this is normal. This is not normal. This is abnormal. And I made my statement saying somebody's got to tell this guy, oh, the hell
and
are
you should tell him that.
You mind?
There he was. And my point was that's what made Sam great. That he lived out this soap opera of in front of everyone, and everyone was commenting on it. He had everyone talking about him. Right? He sure did.
He was a spectacle.
That's right.
I'm just thinking about some of Pat's arguments, whether any of it made sense.
I know. Well, I know what he was saying. He was saying, like, hey, it's terrible. It's like after Belushi died, it was really weird how many people were blaming each other for Belushi's death. And I said, don't blame each other. Belushi did exactly what he wanted to do in life.
Right. Some people were blaming the agent.
Yeah.
How could you blame his wife?
They were blaming Bernie Brillstein. I said, how could you blame Bernie Brillstein? Oh, Bernie made sure Belushi got his own money. I mean, Belushi was entitled to his own money and to spend it any way he wanted to.
Yeah, they had him down to, like, no allowance, so then Bernie started giving him more of his own money.
Right.
And spent it on drugs.
Yeah, but I mean, but so what?
Right.
I mean, you know, what is Bernie Brillstein supposed to legislate what John Belushi, a 38-year-old man, is doing? How can you do that? Got to come to your own conclusions. But Pat, I know what Pat was saying. He's saying, hey, if a guy's that out of control, I don't know what Pat was saying.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I was just saying, none of it made any sense at all to me. He wasn't an adult.
No. Yes, now where are we going?
Okay, well, here's a great opportunity for one of the extended bits, and there's 3 great ones to choose from. Do you want to hear the one about Jessica telling me when Sam had the accident in bed?
Yeah.
The tape where you and Sam argue after the Bon Jovi disaster?
Yeah.
Or a classic that I don't think L.A. has ever heard.
The Grammys?
No, Kinison and Bob Goldthwait.
That is a great one.
Oh, that's right. That's
the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it does excite me that Los Angeles has never heard that. I'm sure anyone from New York, Philly, or Washington wants to hear that again. Yeah. So, although the first one you mentioned there is pretty happening.
Yeah, the defecation one.
But we got time for more.
I know. All right,
let me save that for a prime spot.
Let me take a break. When we come back, we'll either hear Is it Sam and Jessica arguing about it?
No.
No, it's
No.
Jessica.
I have that one, too.
Right.
We can get
Then they
to-
argue. All right. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll do the Kinnison Goldthwait thing when we get back, right after these words.
The classic rock station is 92.3 K-Rock.
Anyway, that's why I like the idea of Champions. Opening night, April 23rd, featuring Boy Gary Delegate. At least if it's not going well with the girls, you talk to Boy Gary.
Yeah, he'll talk to you.
Yeah, no Chim.
That's how it always ends up, you know.
From 6 p.m. to 8, you have a lot of guys standing
Yeah, you know, everyone says, "Oh man, being Boy Gary's great." You know, you pick up so many women, and you go to one of these appearances, and you don't, you know, what's the Jackie really like? You know, his jokes are funny.
Yeah, well, but you don't have to complain.
No, I love it.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and chances to win free. Yeah, like Gary's hassled.
No, I'm not hassled, but it's just, you know, it's not all women all over me.
Free Mets, Yankees, and playoff tickets. Champions on Manhattan's fashionable East Side, 49th Street and Lexington Avenue. I think you'll like it. All right, 7:20. Sounds like a good idea. What do they do over there? Have you been there yet? Are they gonna like introduce people to other people and stuff?
No, they don't do that.
No, but I've been to sports bars before. They have like Papa Shot. You ever play Papa Shot? You know, it's a little basketball game, and the women go there, and then the guys try to show them how to hit baskets.
Yeah? Oh, I'd be great at that.
To the games, you wouldn't even be.
Hey, sweetheart, you want to learn how to hit some baskets? Not from you idiot. All right.
You get behind them and you show them form and stuff.
Put your hand near their breasts.
Exactly.
Let it rub up against their chest.
Hardly wrong.
Yeah, that's hardly wrong. That's not wrong, technically. Hey, they start arresting us for that. I give up. Your Honor, he rubbed his arm against my breast during Papa Shot. And I'm suing for sexual harassment to the tune of $37 million. Your Honor, I was playing Papa Shot.
You gotta get near her breast.
She was asking for it. All right, where were we now? We're going to play the... let me see how people are liking the tribute. Are you enjoying the tribute to Sam? Thank you. Are you enjoying the tribute to Sam? Are you enjoying the tribute to Sam?
This isn't Sam.
Oh, I thought this was Sam. I thought I was channeling you, you moron.
Howard.
I asked if you liked the tribute to Sam.
No, I missed that. I'm sorry. Sometimes when you start talking, we're not...
Hi, you're on the air.
How you doing? Fred Norris at his best with that song.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's really...
You know what, why don't I play the song and then do the Kinnison Goldthwait thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, I heard all this Kinnison stuff in the past, but, I mean, you know, we welcome more of it, you know?
Yeah, but isn't it nice to hear it one last time, you know, and, like, sort of reminisce about the guy now that he's dead?
Yeah, I mean...
That's the way I thought about it, even if you heard some... Like, I've heard all this stuff before.
Unfortunately, there's not going to be any new stuff.
Right, so we're stuck with the old stuff.
I mean, in the end, it's better that you didn't go to L.A., and, you know, you're giving him this tribute.
Right, exactly. Exactly my point.
Decision there. All right, get to it, bud.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Later.
Guys, give me my orders, and I'm going to get to work. Get to it, Buck.
I thought he said butt.
Get to it, butthead. Get to it, butthead. All right. Should I play the song, Robin?
Yeah.
All right. And then maybe right out of the song. Forget it. I'll never be able to pull that off.
What?
You can go right out of the song.
No.
Go right into Kinnison and Goldthwait.
Go right to the E.T. thing and right to...
Yeah, but forget it. I'm not going to work that hard.
What do you think this is? A
Yeah.
slick show?
What, I'm going to produce this? Fred, will I have enough time to play the song and begin the Kinnison Goldthwait thing?
We should probably break act.
Well, why don't I start the Kinnison Goldthwait thing then?
Okay.
All right. Don't drag it out too much. All right, so here's what happened. This is before sort of Andrew Dice Clay was on the scene, and Sam always kind of... I guess he kind of, in his mind, hooked up one comedian that was somehow at war with him.
Making him crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't like a lot of the comedians because when he was coming up and then all of a sudden, like I know Robin Williams was in the paper today and they got pictures of him giving the eulogy of Sam, but I know Sam was really irked by Robin Williams for not letting him on Comic Relief.
Yeah, not that Sam didn't think he was funny.
Right, Sam thought Robin Williams was real funny. It's just that he didn't think he was treated real well by Robin Williams. That's why I was kind of surprised to see Robin Williams' picture all over at the Sam tribute.
In fact, the famous line that Sam has, you know, you and Whoopi and Billy and Robert is in this bit.
Yeah.
About how they all, you know, shut him out of Comic Relief.
Yeah. Which was really kind of irrational, but it was in Sam's mind. I don't know how. Well,
and
maybe
these people were never at war with Sam.
Right, but yet, I mean...
Sam would create a war, and then he'd finally start, you know, they'd be fighting.
Well, let's say it wasn't rational. I don't think Bob had the power to tell Whoopi and Billy and Robin what to do with Comic Relief. I mean, Bob
No,
Goldthwait.
but he was in that inner circle. You know, he was a part of the group.
Yeah, and there was no mistake about it. Bob did not think Sam was politically correct.
Right.
You know, Bob's got his list of do's and don'ts. So anyway, but Bob's kind of a mellow guy. I mean, he's not the type who would go on the air and start screaming about Sam.
Right.
So anyway, Sam came in and was ranting and raving about Bob, and I was friends with Bob. I said, you know, why don't I try and bring you two guys together?
What had happened was we had Goldthwait on in L.A.
Yeah.
And Goldthwait always felt bad about it because he doesn't like to be in fights. So you said to him, listen, I have Sam on all the time. Can I hook you guys up? And Bob said, sure. I think probably never thinking that it would be, you know, something we'd set up, you know, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Sam came in one morning and we just called Bob at home.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how to set it up. I mean, just make a call. I got Sam here. I got Bob on the phone. Let's work this out because it's really, you know, it's really ridiculous.
There was real tension, though.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And Bob was working on the movie Scrooge. Bob Goldthwait was in the movie Scrooge, and he was on his way to the set.
And Sam had been thrown out of that movie.
Yeah, right. So Sam hated Bob for that, and Sam kind of felt like, hey, you know, Bob was getting a lot of attention for
he
screaming.
probably thought Bob was taking all of his jobs.
He did.
He says that in the bit.
Yeah, he does. He always thought that.
No.
And he was just like, you're taking my jobs. And Bob says, that's ridiculous. But it was great.
Didn't Bob get Sam's actual role?
No. Actually, someone else got it, but Sam wasn't sure. Sam thought that Bob got his role.
In Sam's mind, Bob got his role.
But Bob was offered Sam's role, and Bob turned it down. He'll talk about it.
Yeah, here we go. So here's what happened. I just picked up the phone, dialed Bob, and Sam was like, I remember at the end of this, Sam was so charged up after confronting Goldthwait on the air, and he knew he'd just done great radio. Do you remember what he did?
No.
He ran over to you, to the glass. He opened up his fly, pulled his penis out, and showed it to you. Did you see that? Did you remember? Don't you remember? He stood there like this, and he went... Did you remember?
No, I remember you guys screaming about it. I never saw a thing.
Sam, but I don't know. Well, he probably was against the wall. Sam got nuts. He stood up out of his chair, and he was wearing all black with a T-shirt and a long coat, and he just pulls his penis out and starts like waving it around the studio because he was so charged up from confronting him.
I think you could have sued Sam.
I could have. That was sexual harassment. By the way, just if you're taking notes, it was thick, but not that long. But he was like a bullfighter that morning, you know. Do you remember? He was just rolling around. Look, Robin.
You know, once again, I mean, I hate to, you know, Sam's gone, I hate to say it, but this was not one of his more lucid moments.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go.
We're calling Goldthwait. This is great. You know what's so great is what am I drinking? This is like Kmart wine. You know, this is not. How can it be 1989 wine?
How could you be making $2.5 million a year and be drinking that stuff?
It's the woman I hang out with.
I know. All right, this is Bob.
Goldthwait's number.
Yeah, well, let me get him on the
air.
air.
All right, you get him on the air.
All right.
Don't even let me know I'm on here. Just say, what do you think about tennis?
Hey, where's Bobcat? It's Howard Stern. We're on the air.
Bobcat died last night. It's not funny.
What? Bob, it's Howard.
It's the cat. What's up?
It's the Bob. Now, this is going very well. Bob's happy. And Bob's actually, you know, thinking quick. Bobcat died last night. What's happening?
The tone changes.
I know. And can you hear Kinnison in the background? That's him. I know it's him. I mean, you know. Kinnison.
Sam's afraid he'll get away.
Don't tell him I'm here. Don't tell him. Wait, don't tell him. Ask him what he thinks of me. Yeah, 7th grade. This is 7th grade. He's loaded.
Call her up.
Call her up. It's on the radio.
You know what the great part about this is
the great part about this is all my imitators sit and do this try and attempt to do this kind of radio, but they can't. But they'll forget it. I don't want to focus in on me.
No, the great part about this is everybody has sort of like a radio image. So I was like, hey, it's a cat, and then all of a sudden,
radio image gone.
It's the cat. What's up?
It's the Bob.
Yeah,
remember I told you the next time Sam Kinnison was here, we're on the air. Don't say anything. I told you the next time Sam was here, I was going to try and patch you guys up.
Yeah.
I got him here.
Okay. Patch up.
Now, wait a second. Now, Sam, let me talk to you about this, okay? I personally, can I say what I think? Can you just say hello to the guy?
Hi, Bob.
Now, at this point, I got to tell you something. Now that Sam was like a bull. He started, you hear him snortling in there?
Yeah.
He was just like, He could barely contain himself. He just wanted to let out all the rage on Bob.
Yeah, I love how you think you're going to be Henry Kissinger.
Yeah, I know. Let me just say something here. Bob, you like... Because it was my contention to Sam all along that Bob really had a very different act.
Very different.
You know, I didn't think... But Sam said no, he was ripping him off, you know.
Well, I could tell right away that Bob did the wrong thing by doing that
Yeah.
into
Oh,
the
yeah.
phone.
Because that sounds too much like, oh.
Yeah.
You know. Well, you know, like...
Ow!
Yeah. So, because they were both known as screaming comics.
Yeah.
By the way, at the end, Sam did say several times on the radio and in interviews that he liked Bob now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, once he threw his anger off the dice, he liked Bob.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he told me that several times.
Because I don't think Bob has changed toward him.
No.
Hi, Sam.
Okay.
Well, that's a start.
All right. I personally think... Oh, Sam's getting all worked up. Now, wait a second. I personally think, Bobcat...
You better get this out quick, Howard.
All right. Let me just talk, all right?
Police Academy 6.
And by the way, Bobcat, keep in mind that if you guys come to blows, I got to go in Sam's camp. He's putting me in a movie.
No, we won't come to blows.
All right,
Not
okay,
those kind of
okay.
guys. We
All
talked at the Comedy Awards.
I'm going to put you guys on together in a second. Bobcat.
What do you think? You're Frank Sinatra with Martin and Lewis?
Exactly.
This is beautiful. Come on.
All right. Sam's eyes just rolled into the back of his head. I don't know what Bobcat's doing
His
over
head
there.
is spinning.
Bobcat.
I'm impressed Bob hasn't hung up.
All right, Bob.
And I'm serious.
Okay.
The fact that he hasn't hung up
It means
yeah, that's a plus, and that's
Okay.
why I'm willing to. I'm dying to hear how you're going to do this.
Okay. Bobcat.
Yeah, it also means I know how to operate a phone.
That's right.
Okay, let's
Okay.
calm down.
Dude, don't put...
All right, now, wait a second. That, Sam was, like, being gracious.
Yeah.
And as soon as Sam sees a change in Bob, that was it.
Ugh.
All Bob just said there was, all it shows is I know how to operate a phone. And that was it. And Bob was cheating. He was sober. Let's just say that.
Sam's playing with a handicap.
Right. You got to remember that when you listen.
Dying to hear how you're going to do this.
Okay. Bobcat?
Yeah, it also means I know how to operate a phone.
That's right.
Okay, let's calm down.
Dude, don't pull the gun out of the holster.
Got some mute buttons on the
Let's
left.
just kind of back off from each other step by step to the end of the street.
Yeah,
Where are you at? Where are you calling from?
He's,
I'm in, where am I?
He's home.
Oh, I'm here, Sam. I'm in Los Angeles.
You live in L.A.?
Yeah.
So what do? You work the Improv?
Do I work the Improv?
Yeah.
No, I work Igby's.
Igby's. Okay.
All right,
dude.
go ahead and
Just listen-
mediate,
okay, okay.
Howard.
Go, Howard. This
What
is
I'm
your
saying
idea,
is,
Howard. Go ahead.
Bobcat, what I'm saying... That seems to make Sam the most mad. Big B's. All right. Well, it gets pretty wild.
Howard, this
What
is
I'm
your
saying,
idea, Howard. Go ahead.
Bobcat, what I'm saying is that you guys have had a long-standing feud. Sam feels you ripped him off, and you feel he ripped you off, right?
No, I don't. No.
All right. Now, what I'm saying is, I've
Yeah,
seen
nice
both you
opener. Nice opener, huh?
guys, I've seen both you guys.
Nice opener.
I've seen both you guys work, and I happen to think that
You
you're...
dick. And I mean that like Dick Van Dyke.
Oh.
Who are you
calling a dick?
I'm referring to Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, okay.
Na, 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 na.
There's not enough tension in this room. Where's Lisa Sliwa?
Yeah, well, you opened up hot.
Yeah, right.
He thinks you ripped him off, and he thinks you ripped him off.
No, okay. When
I don't think Bob and I ripped each other off. It's just that I'm going to stay out of this. You let him talk.
No, just so what?
What?
What did you say?
Oh, and I think it would have been better if you just got me and Sam naked with a buck knife in one room together.
Well, wait a second, Bob.
I thought it would have been a little. It would have been a little more comfortable.
No, wait a second.
A little bit of theater, too.
Yeah. Might have been more visual. Anyway, Bob.
I missed the whole thing because I'm really drunk on this 1989 Gallo wine.
Yeah, he's pretty loaded. So
What? It's just the big joke in there is that it's 1988.
Right.
So Sam wants to know how he got wine from next year if he's so
Oh, is
rich.
that what that is? All right. Yeah, he's pretty loaded. So,
he must be jumping up and down about the press about my career.
Who, Bob?
Have you heard about my career, Bob?
Sam, if one of the truth, when you got canned, they called me up.
Did they offer the movie to you?
Yeah, and I said no. I said throw me a bone, will you? I mean,
they really did offer.
Wait a second. Who called you, Bob?
I don't know. My agent was called like when it happened.
Who are you with? What agent?
ICM.
All right. Well, they're good agents. Yeah. Yeah, they tried Judge Reinhold. They tried Dudley Moore. And
This is when Sam walked off his movie, right? Sam had walked off the set of A-Tuck, the movie.
Yeah.
And I guess Bob was saying, hey, they called me to replace you, but I said no.
Yeah.
Right.
But Sam's evaluating everything.
Oh, yeah, he's waiting.
Workout, Igby's, who's your agent? I see him over there okay.
You know what? Listening back to this, I'm amazed how long they actually held on to this sort of nice conversation.
It goes like that.
But it changes, and I just can't wait for it. Yeah, it changes.
You'll hear it.
Lee Moore.
They called me up, and I said, and I actually had people who were glad, and I said, I felt bad.
See?
This is a classic moment. This is like Sinatra bringing Martin and Lewis together.
I'm about to cry.
Wait a second.
Hey, wait.
Bob
Let's go break out the Moet yet. All right?
Okay. Hold it a second. So, Bob.
Sam, I went in for Scrooge, and I said, I'm not going in for Sam's part. And they said, no, David Johansen's doing that. I said, because I'm not going to read for a part.
Well, they ended up giving it to Buster Poindexter, and I saw Bill Murray the other night at Lorraine Newman's birthday party in L.A., He ducked me all night, and I grabbed him. I said, hey, Bill, it's all right, man. I know Buster's your buddy.
Right.
And you wanted him to be the Ghost of Christmas Past.
You mean you were supposed to get that?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm telling you, I lost $500,000 worth of film work last fall, man. I got knocked out of Caddyshack 2 because I didn't want to be, working with Jackie Mason as Rodney.
Right.
And then Bill Murray said, I don't want to work with Sam. I'd rather work with Buster, who's an old friend of his, which is cool.
Buster?
Yeah, but that's cool, Howard. That's his buddy. That's his old friend. Come on. That's like me saying, I'd rather work with you than Robin. All right?
Yeah,
so you got to give it to Bill Murray.
Well, yeah, if you said that, then it would be okay. But
no, I mean, I'm shooting straight.
Right.
I'm not trying to be a dick.
All right. Okay.
A Dick Van Dyke here.
Okay.
So what time is it where you are?
Can we just straighten you two guys out? Sam, I think
if you can do this, you will be a miracle worker.
If you voiced your complaints to Bob, are you up for this?
I'd love to straighten the thing out, but I really don't think there's a problem. I don't think Sam and my act is alike.
Well, I've always said that.
Well, there's a big difference because I know how to
say... I'm sure it's a pain in Sam's ass as much as it's mine every time you go to do an interview. Somebody starts talking about another guy who...
Well, I know how to say no to bad, stupid, silly films that are going to go down in history as real
You see, that's what sort of... No, wait a second. That's what gets on... You see, Bob, that's what gets Sam upset.
Did I do movies?
Did you do the movie that...
Well,
Sam, you can't hold that against Bob, though.
I'm not mad at Bob, but Bob did a thing on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
He did an interview, and he really tore me up. And he was going like, if I was as ugly as Kinnison, that I would be appreciative if any woman found me attractive and gave me any attention. Do you remember that, Bob?
Well, Bob, that's not right.
Yeah, but Tim, you say in the press that I stole your act. I mean, so...
I never said that in the press. You went on the L.A. Reader, dude. That I was the Ku Klux Klan's favorite comic, man. Remember that? You were the comic that was the liberal thinker, and that you represented the thinking man's comedy, and that I was like the comedy for the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. That was in the L.A. Weekly. That's when I saw you at the Comedy Awards. You said, "Why can't we be friends?" I said, "Because you have mouthed off in the press,
okay,
man."
Sam. Well, a few weeks before that, why didn't you pick up the Village Voice where you said you stole my act? And that was before the L.A.
Stole your act. That was a fag that my ex-manager allowed to go on tour with me.
No, wait a second.
That I didn't want to write a review of me anyway.
You said in the... Sam...
Dude, I'll be in L.A. tomorrow, all right?
Okay, and if you're sober, I'll talk to you.
Oh, well, why don't you do another winter hit film with Whoopi, your buddy, the only one that can get you work because you're such a loser actor, and you're such a pitiful comic that Sylvester Stallone threatened to beat your ass because you said he was a disgrace to anybody who ever went to Vietnam. Remember that, Goldthwait?
No, wait a second. I didn't call
I'll beat your ass,
Sam,
man.
Wait a second.
Yeah, you think you're safe?
Wait a second. Hold it, Sam.
I'll come to the set and kick your ass, man.
Bobcat.
How are you doing?
Tim, what are you going to do exactly?
Huh?
What are you going to do exactly?
I'm going to be afraid of your scary talent that's just going to put all of us out of business.
What did you say? You're going to kick my ass? You're going to come to the set?
I'm telling you, man. Anytime you want me, you know where I'm at.
No. I'm not challenging you. I don't want to fight.
I wouldn't either if I was you, because I don't think you can handle it.
Well, you're probably right. I don't fight.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't carry guns.
You don't create very well either, do you?
I don't
wait a second.
You probably wake up going, I wish I was him. I wish I was him. But you're not, man. You're never going to be me.
Wait a second.
I'm the king. I always was the king.
Sam.
When you were peeing your pants up in Boston, kissing Lenny Clark's ass, babe, I was out there paying the dues, letting women and waitresses tie me off to keep me going because I couldn't get work. and you and Whoopi and Billy Crystal and all of them to do what you want, man. I'm going to do what I want, and we'll see who wins, man. You must be very proud of your film collection, including Scrooge.
Now, wait a second. Sam, I want to... first of all...
No, I ain't taking this guy's crap,
no,
man.
but I
It was
didn't
your
want
idea to call him.
I did a bad idea here.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. Because I don't dig this guy because he thinks he's hot. He's not.
Right. Wait a second.
You know, I think that we can't do this over the phone.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to get you guys together on a TV special. Now, come on. Hey, well, anyway. Oh, God. Bob?
Yeah.
I tried to get you guys together. Sam,
I thought it could work.
I thought it could work. I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I think you're both very talented.
I think both of you guys are very talented people, and I think the press, and to a large degree, has pitted you guys.
Yes.
Has pitted you guys against one another.
Yeah, I said the articles when he put me down, man.
All right.
I got him on video and I got him on tape, and I never said a thing against him. Until after that. You know it's the truth.
Wait a minute, let Bob talk. Let Bob talk, Sam.
I'll let him talk.
All right.
I didn't say nothing against him until it came out in the press.
Hey, Sam, you're not going to hold this against me and take me out of the movie, are you? It's not my fault.
Yeah, well, let him put him on one of yours so you'll never work again.
Uh-oh, Howard.
No. Bob?
Yeah.
You want to say anything?
What do you mean?
Now, I really think that this was an argument created in the press
That's
by
right.
the press
The
because
press-
they had nothing else to write about.
That's right.
They hear two guys yelling, and they tell everyone that they're the same or they're alike, and that's not
and
true.
you guys are completely different. You
Anybody
really are.
that compares us are people that have absolutely no idea what our concepts of comedy are about.
Exactly. It's
Because I speak from the soul, I speak from my life experience, and Bob speaks from his life experience,
right.
and he does his thing,
Right.
which is totally different than mine.
Exactly, but that's
now,
the problem.
I'm honest and clean enough to say that.
Let me
but
say
I don't
something.
deserve to be called the Ku Klux Klan Grandmaster's favorite comic, and that women...
All right,
you
wait a
said
second.
it,
Wait,
man.
wait.
I got it on the press.
We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. What
Hey,
do you have
Sam,
to say
if I
about
apologize for that statement, you mean you'd be fine?
Do what?
If I apologize for that statement, you'd be fine with me?
Man.
And you wouldn't bring me up anymore, and I wouldn't be a
Wait, why
problem?
don't we agree to do that? Why don't you guys just say, hey, look, we both have very different acts. I know that. You know what it is? The people in the press, it's just like the people who wrap me up on those DEA charges.
Or the shock jock thing and lumping you with a bunch of no-talent DJs.
Do you know how many articles I get lumped in with no-talent DJs? Seriously, and it drives me crazy. And the thing is that when they lump me in and say...
Howard, who you comparing to a no-talent DJ?
No, you don't get me wrong here. I'm just saying the press...
P-U-S-S-S-Y out of it, Howard.
No, wait a second.
Where's your manhood, man? I sat here and called you the Godfather of Shock Radio.
Wait
I
a
said Robin
second.
Williams
Let
should have
me
brought
say
you in as a consultant, and you're... he hung up. Oh, Mr. F***ing rock and roll.
Wait a second.
man.
Don't do that to me.
All right, hold it. Calm down, everybody.
Hey, what do you mean? I didn't pee you know, whatever.
No. That was not what was being said.
You don't even understand what I'm saying.
He hung up, man.
I was saying, do you know how many articles...
Calling back. You're Howard Stern. If you're the man I support, the man I believe in.
Do you think I'm making fun of you?
No, man, but I'm telling you, this guy attacked me in the press. I'm not making that up.
We got that.
There's about 4 minutes left on it, and you should really listen to it.
Do we call him back? It just goes on and on and on, right?
Is this a point where Sam just gets up and just walking around?
Oh, when he starts throwing his penis around?
Right.
I just got to take a break. That's the problem.
He's incredible.
Oh, I love it. Hard to believe we'll never be hearing this again.
Oh, my goodness.
Where is the Entertainment Tonight sad theme?
Cart Machine 3.
Oh, right. E.T. That's right. E.T. stands for Entertainment Tonight. All right, we'll be back with more of our tribute right after these words. $7:50, 10 in front of 8 o'clock, 92.3 K-Rock, WYSP, WJFK. What should I do here, Rob? Should I play the song again?
Were we listening to the end of
Yeah, we're listening to the end of the Goldthwait bit, but all right, I'll play that and then I'll play the song.
Play the sad theme into the other part of the...
All right, the sad theme.
Yeah.
All right. We're back with our tribute. to the memory of Sam Kinison.
Good work.
Hey, I'm like Mary Hart. Did you see John Tesh on Entertainment last night? He was back from his honeymoon with Connie Solica.
You know, I didn't even notice he was there. That was him?
Yeah, that was him. How did he get her? That's got to be the miracle story of the year. Man, but she's really nice. Oh.
Right place at the right time?
I'm sure I would never yell at her, because I was reading that People magazine article, and they said when they have fights, they have hammock time.
Right.
Where they go to the hammock, and John and her lay down on the hammock, and they really enjoy that.
Now, how long does this marriage thing gonna last?
Yeah, really. They're already fighting. I mean, a woman as good looking as Connie Solica.
They would have to lay in a hammock.
She could just, I mean, I can't imagine what I'd fight about with Connie Solica. You son of a bitch, you didn't put your underwear in the hamper. No problem, I'll do it right now. Just take your clothes off and get naked.
Say no more, honey.
Yeah, I'm ready to bang you for the 9th time today.
Well, she hadn't had sex for 5 years. That's what I figured was.
Yeah, maybe she was pent up.
And he was just there at the right moment.
You don't think she vibrated herself or masturbated?
She's a born-again Christian, and I would believe that would be opposed to her beliefs.
I'll bet you $1,000 right now that Connie Solica masturbated for the year that she didn't have sex with John Tesh. I'll bet you $1,000.
I'm saying 5 years before the year with John Tesh, she was not having sex. She's been divorced for that long, and she hasn't had sex in that entire time.
And I'm telling you, she masturbated.
All that time.
All that time. 3 times a day. Can you imagine, like, being that good looking? And, you know, that's a bad... I don't know that I'd marry a woman who told me she didn't have sex for 6 years. I mean, it's sort of like a woman that good... I mean, that's like just...
It's too impressive an attitude.
Yeah, it really is. Because he came back and she said, "How was the honeymoon, John?" You know, Mary Hart.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Oh, man, you know, it was great, you know, in Hawaii, and we were watching you at 6:30 every night in Hawaii," and I was just like, man, a woman that could hold out for 6 years, think about that.
How wild is she going to be when she finally lets loose?
Yeah, I mean, is she going to really be that into it? Unless she's been masturbating like a hyena, you know.
I don't think she was doing that.
I think she had to be. I would love to interview her. And just find that out and make bets. And, you know, she has to be honest and give us her honest answer.
Right.
Be wild. All right, let's get back to our tribute. We're not supposed to be, you know, digressing here, Robin.
That's true.
Trying to stick to the tribute. Let's see how the people are liking the tribute. Well, I'll ask them that after we get to the tape. So, there's just a couple of more minutes left on this. Kinison went wild after that Goldthwait call.
I'm with you. I've got it in the paper. I've got it on video where he attacked me. I never did a thing to him.
What I'm trying to say, let me just make my point. My point was that Goldthwait reads something and then you read something.
He's a jerk. He's a terrible actor. He's a creep. And he's took 2 or 3 things that I've turned down because they go to him, just like what you heard him say. As soon as they fired me off a Took, they offered it to him because he's the poor man.
Wait
Sam
a second.
Kinison.
Let me say something about Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison.
Because he was making no sense.
Yeah, you're trying to calm him down.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him feeling good about it. You know, because it made no sense. I mean, what's wrong with if a movie studio offers Bob Sam's part? I mean, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Like Bob petitioned for it.
Yeah. All right, I think we got the idea on this one. We'll keep moving along.
Okay.
We'll keep moving along. Because I don't want to miss out on the other clips, and it's already 5 of 8.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? What do you got now?
Well, I think we ought to go to the day. Now, another classic day was when Sam came in with all those guys, you know, Jack Riley, Pat McCormick, and Chuck McCann.
Yeah.
And we could start it off with a short clip.
How about the Jessica Hahn, Sam moving his bowels all over?
That's
we can get to that.
That's a favorite. Everyone's calling for that one.
We can get to that. I think we should.
I'll get to that. You know what I'll do? I'll play the song, the Sam Kinison tribute song, and then we'll get to another tape. That's the way I'll do it.
Goodbye, Kinison, my old friend. It's sad that car crash was your end. You were so funny and a real great guy. You used to make me laugh so hard I'd cry. You drink and do drugs that could choke a horse without remorse. Now I miss the sounds of Kinison. The comic outlaws are all lost. 'cause you always were the boss. In comedy you really were the king. You could break balls about most anything.
Well, life was tough. But at least I was able to live it out, and I was able to face death and not be afraid. And well, now I'm ready to go to heaven, be with Jesus, and hey.
Now we miss the sounds of Kinnison.
Oh, Jesus, you know.
Who cares? You used profanity. You goofed on the world's insanity. You know you really led a real wild life. You were a wise ass, but a real wild guy.
Do we like to wear rubbers, guys?
Champagne and Coke both made you nuts, but you had guts. How I miss the sounds of Kinnison.
I didn't come to be Jesus, the miracle caterer.
You were a bright and shining star. You loved to play your rock guitar. You were so funny every time you snapped. Compared to you, the others all were crap.
I'm a nasty Pope, I'm a nasty Pope.
Oh, because of you, I'll never joke again.
We'll see you later, Jesus.
And now we'll miss the sounds of Kinnison. The way you died was such a shame. The world without you's not the same. The way you screamed, those jokes could raise the dead. Your fame and fortune never went to your head.
Still here.
You're gone. We'll surely miss you and your beret. What can we say? It's goodbye to the sounds of Kinnison.
You know, I was just listening to the end of the Goldthwait thing. It's just funny when Sam whips out his penis because he gets crazy from his conversation with Goldthwait. Wait, just listen to this. Let me say something about Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison is I told you, will be the greatest comic that ever lived. Now wait a second. Now hold it a second,
He's the
Sam.
comic of our times. That's one thing.
Yesterday, before you even landed your plane in town, Sam, before you landed your plane in town, would you put your penis back in your pants?
What is he doing?
Sam just
I'm sorry, I had to have a second of sexual gratification!
Sam.
A little fix.
He just pulled his penis out. And he was like waving it in your face. I don't know how you missed it.
I never saw it.
I saw it. You saw it, right?
It went right past me.
Yeah. It's like, look at this. Well, he was so excited that he just done great radio. It didn't matter what was going on. That was funny. Let me take a short break. What's coming up next?
Okay, there was a,
see if the people are reacting well. You digging the tribute or what? Hello? Are you enjoying the tribute? Why the hell is nobody on the phone?
Hello?
The light blinks and nobody's there.
I'm here.
Hey, you enjoying the tribute?
Oh, it's great. This is Chauncey. Stepping out.
Oh.
He's not an unbiased.
Did you read Chauncey's thing in Stepping Out? You did like Sam's on the cover and it's got the date of birth and death.
Yeah.
If you read the article, Chauncey talks about how they had their fight. Remember they had their fight?
Yeah, I don't think Sam really remembered that.
But it was like, this interviewer and Sam finally came to terms about a year ago when I did my final interview.
You're a lunatic, you know that?
I thought that was a nice gesture, wasn't it?
Chauncey, you write for a magazine that is given away free in supermarkets that nobody, even people in Jersey, can't find.
You know,
who was telling me they were in Jersey the other day, can't even find this guy's magazine?
Who said that?
Who said that? Somebody come up to me, I live in Jersey, I've never seen this magazine.
Oh, come on, that's not true. There's 80,000...
Steiner. He's writing about Kinnison like it was a major feud going on between this reporter and... He called up Sam on the phone. Sam would talk to anybody, and he didn't know what he was...
No, Sam wouldn't talk to me that day. In fact, do you remember...
Oh, all right. Okay, please. I got to go, Chauncey. I just wanted to know your opinion on the tribute. That's all.
I think it's great. No, wait, no, though, when you guys first started at the beginning of the week, I was disappointed because I really thought that you were going to be out in Los Angeles. And then, but as the week went on, I got to say that, it's been great.
We do better work here than...
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's been great.
Any spelling errors on the cover of your magazine this week? That's what we like to do. We like to pick out the spelling errors.
Oh, come on.
All right, take it easy.
Tenuta with a T.
Yeah, Tenuta. My exclusive interview with Judy Tenuta. All right.
I knew this was a mistake.
All right, goodbye.
See you.
All right. Tenuta's right.
No. That's what I'm saying. I was telling him it was with a T. He writes it with a D.
Yeah, right. Tenuta. All right, listen, let me take a break, and then I'll start getting into more stuff. You know what? What do you got next?
Well, I thought when we come back, there was like a 2-day period, a 3-day period right around the U.S. Open source when Sam just partied like nonstop for a bunch of days, and he came in
with girls.
One of those days, the last day that he came in, he just would pick people up along the way.
Yeah, by the end of the week, it was there was like about 15 girls in here. And, like, even guys, too.
He found a couple of people dancing on tables at the China Club, some of the bouncers, people who would just... If you went to the China Club and were lucky enough to stay till 5 in the morning, you became part of the caravan.
Yeah, right, and you just kept traveling with them.
He had an art dealer with him. I mean, just people I never saw.
I know, it was frightening.
And
we would get yelled at after he came because the executives here would be mad because the hallways would be littered with people and garbage and... Bottles,
It's actually, these clips lead to the Meg Griffin bit, which was...
Oh, good. All right, we got a lot of big stuff coming up. We'll be back right after these words. All right, 8 past 8 o'clock, 92.3 KROC, WYSP, WJFK. Okay, where were we in the Sam Kinison tribute?
We were about to start that 3-part series.
Yes, 3-part series, Robin. You are absolutely correct.
Okay, this is, if you remember the fabulous Luna...
Hold it a second. If it was Entertainment Tonight, we'd have a picture of Sam with the years that he was, alive and then dead. Yeah. Well, we don't have that. We don't have that. Why don't we why don't they invent something where you can show pictures at the same time that you're talking?
On radio?
No, just call it something different than radio.
No, television.
Television. That would be a great invention. All right, give me that. What the hell are we doing on radio?
So now to sort of set up the scene, Sam is here. He's got 2 women that he met at the China Club who were dancing on the table, a woman named Luna. Every outlaw is coming in and out of the studio. People they met along the way, and it's really a wild scene. This sort of is mostly Luna, but it captures some of the wildness of the day.
I'll be right back, Howard.
All right, Sam. You take care of all the women.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. Wait till Tom sees naked women walking through the halls. Well, that's the other thing. We always get in trouble when he brings all these women in. That's the thing that I remember. And there were women naked and, like, jumping on top of me and...
It was a wild day.
It was
wild. Total bedlam.
Yeah, because he'd been here for 3 days. He collected so many people.
One of the girls, I'll never forget, she was wearing spiked heels and a belt.
And that was it.
And that was it.
And that was it. That was it.
She had this belt on. It was the funniest thing. Oh, and a hat.
Yeah.
No, you always have to wear a hat.
And they look pretty good, too.
Really? Well, you give that girl her belt.
Here it is.
I don't want her to be completely naked.
They look great.
Don't mind my compass.
Send them to WJ. Don't mind my compass. Of course, Sam has whipped it out again. Don't mind my compass. I take.
And Sam's walking out naked.
Sam's naked in the hall.
Well, that's our effort to beautify K-Rock.
Well, now I can put my pants back on.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't know you were naked, Howard.
Now, the girl in the background there, I didn't know you were naked, Howard, is another one of these women that he picked up.
That's Luna.
That's Luna, but she's from East Africa. She's like a very attractive black woman, but she was not a stripper or anything, but Sam was trying to get her to go to bed with him. So whenever she started talking about East Africa and South Africa's problems, and she needed to use the medium, Sam didn't care. He was going to agree with her on anything, as long as he could try to sort of get in her pants.
Yes, Luna, he is naked.
I have my underpants on.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Except they stuffed them up my butt. Oh, yes. Now, where are you from? Are you from South Africa?
I'm from East Africa, northeast from Somalia.
Oh, there.
The exact same place
I
as
have
Imam.
no
That's
problem
why
in
she
my
looks like
country.
her.
I'm very freedom. I have everything I need there, but I will feel the same things, like, say...
Now, East Africa, that's near what, Hempstead?
Oh, God.
I went too far.
What?
What?
I don't have the headphones because I gave them to our delegate from East Africa.
Yeah.
But
Delegate.
I think they
well, thank you, Mitch.
That's what he's trying to tell.
And Beth, my friend.
Yeah, well, go ahead, yeah.
Well, anyway, no, Malik and Sabrina are under the impression that I'm here carrying on.
Oh, please.
I know, no, they did. They're very upset.
They were here. They saw what was going on.
Yeah.
And he's on the radio with all these girls, and they're always calling him in the other room upset.
Yeah.
But it was always the same scenario over and over again.
Actually, this time was particularly funny. They showed up with Sam, but they've been up for so many days.
Right.
They were so tired, and they left at like 8 o'clock to go home and to go back to the hotel and get some sleep.
Right.
They turned on the radio.
Right.
So they weren't here, and all they heard what was on the radio. It was making them nuts.
I know. And every minute he's leaving the room to negotiate with them, and then try to get back in here and get some jokes in on the air, and just see what's going on. It was a nut house. Couldn't do a radio show.
I thought it was in the spirit of good fun.
I love them because they're from Morocco and they're really nice to me. And
they're from who?
Yeah, they think that
they're from Morocco and.
Morocco.
I mean, I would say to them to have a good time tonight.
Now here's this perfect stranger who Sam has just met, and she is now saying how much she likes Malika and Sabrina, Sam's girlfriends. And it's driving them crazy back in the hotel because who is this girl to say that she likes them? And everyone is just, and then the phone calls start.
Play the maracas is what.
They got maracas in their head.
Oh, we're rocking rascals tonight, my friend.
What time are those shows?
Those shows, I believe, are what, 8 and 11?
Yeah, those would be great.
Sam, you must know they're from Morocco.
They're from Morocco.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Do you know them or?
Oh, yeah, I know them. I know them.
On the road to
It's okay.
Morocco.
All right, listen. Evidently the girls were...
Hey, man. This is about freeing South Africa.
Now, wait a second. Luna, I notice every time Sam kisses you, you pull back a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
No.
To all our soldiers at sea that are listening. I will never play Sun City. I will never play Sun City.
If they gave me $1 million, I might.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, come on, Robin.
No, Luna's here. Don't say it in front of Luna.
We go over, Robin.
I love Luna. I'm serious, Luna. I would never do anything to contribute to the political situation.
Now, Sam has her, I think, on his lap, and he's kissing her.
Right, he's got her hand at least.
Yeah, and
he's proposing that he'll never play Sun City.
Not that anyone's asking him, but he will never play Sun City, and he's trying desperately to get to know this girl.
This guy is like.
But now I have different problems facing us.
I know.
I can't believe he's gotten into a political debate.
I can't believe the girls are actually under control and behaving themselves.
Yeah, they're listening.
I think my question, you asked me to say whatever I feel like.
Yes, because you're in America now.
Tell Sam it's a party.
Yeah, I'm glad
There's a
to
big
be.
party there.
Rich just wants to sell you crack.
I'm
Get away,
having a
Mitch.
great time, but I would say like. Someone should talk about South Africa, whatever it is. And
I know the song.
Somalia, East Africa, and
Why don't you take your clothes off?
Taking clothes off is more than. It's like nothing for me when it's coming to South Africa. I will take off clothes.
No, I understand that. But
one of the strippers is yelling at you're in America, baby. Take your clothes off.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about South Africa. And Sam's like trying to like sympathize with her.
Diplomatically.
Yeah.
He wants her clothes off too.
Right.
A different thing. That's
right. In other words, you will take your clothes off when South Africa is free.
But
that's close.
Right.
Maybe I will do for maybe privacy, but
no, Luna. What they're trying to say. You see, Howard's show is very satirical. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of comedy, a lot of fun. That's all.
I'm ready to lose my mind, Rob.
We really do care about world causes, don't we, Howard?
Howard, understand.
Yeah, it's a little hard to ask you that now.
Answer me. You're not answering my question.
What is that?
Do you really care about South Africa or not?
Hey, do I look like a guy who doesn't care about South Africa? No, there it was. So he got her to the hotel room.
Yeah, but they eventually had to throw her out.
Yeah, because she wouldn't take her clothes off. Sam was very annoyed. She said she wouldn't take her clothes off. She kept rattling on about South Africa. I mean, what was Sam going to do about South Africa? Well, anyway, so the room got so disgusting in here that Meg, who used to follow us here on the radio,
yeah,
she got so crazed over it. she didn't want to come into the room because it smelled from sex and women and drinking and...
Yeah, she would have to follow and just be hit with whatever was occurring.
Well, it went past that. She was denouncing Sam's whole lifestyle because she felt that by being on the radio, he was condoning...
Or promoting.
I mean, she somehow had Sam tied into promoting AIDS.
Yeah,
you know, that lifestyle promoted AIDS and you know, just really was all over the place.
She was all over the place, so then we wrote this bit. This kind of capsulizes it. The Meg Griffin has fun routine. Because Meg was just out of her mind after this, so...
Everyone in Radioland knows that the most fun a disc jockey can have is sitting in on the Howard Stern Show. It's every DJ's dream to come in and chat with superstar Howard Stern. That's why Meg Griffin is the envy of every air personality.
Meg is here, Robin.
Oh, well, look at that.
Lucky Meg gets to exchange opinions with Howard every day.
There's just some stuff that's right and there's some stuff that's wrong, and we all have our own opinions on it, and that whole deal is way wrong.
You can always rely on cordial chit-chat when Meg pinpoints society's ills.
You've never been upset about nothing, Robin,
Wait,
huh?
you get upset because you see Sam's friends who you don't like their lifestyle? You mean you get upset?
I get upset with the carrying on as if it's something that should be credited and laughed at and la-di-da'd when people are dying as a result of some of this behavior, yeah.
You think...
Hey, you want to get serious?
Yes, I do.
Meg is always in philosophical step with the program as she runs in each day to offer homespun wisdom.
Because I think sometimes you do anything on these airwaves to get ratings, and that upsets me too.
Well, hey, let me tell you something.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with crack either, right? People like it, so let's push it.
Nothing wrong with crack?
You see us doing that all the time?
Do I do crack?
Just because something's popular, it doesn't mean that it's good.
Whoa. Solid and flawless logic. That's why the Howard Stern Show is always quick to embrace a fellow DJ.
So Kinnison an evil man?
I don't like what he stands for.
What does he stand for?
Nothing.
That's not true. Why would you say he's an evil man?
Abusing women.
Abusing women?
Being up for days on end out of his mind near a heart attack. Okay?
You're against his lifestyle, but you're for... like when the Beatles and the Stones do it.
Right. I mean, when they're having 5 or 6 women in a room...
I don't see them doing that now, and I certainly don't put them on the air and make jokes about it and encourage it.
It's fun to hear friends having stable conversation.
When I walk in and see that garbage in the hallways, I'm going to get upset about it, because I think it stinks.
And I think it's funny.
Well, I know you do. Everybody knows you do. It's Dante's Inferno in here.
Even-tempered comments are in the air.
I am slowly taking over.
Oh, I know you are. People like you are taking over the world.
I am taking over the world, and I control the station now.
That's right. You probably do.
Respect for others' craft is the key to good working relationships.
I simply don't enjoy walking in on it as often as I do here. Oh, it stinks when you walk into this room.
Well, you'll probably...
Yeesh. Calm the frig down, Meg. Have some fun.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They look like they're about 16 and they don't have any clothes on and they're dripping all over these pimp types.
So Lucky Meg gets to pick up the ball after Howard drops it. Yes, there's real philosophy going on here.
Oh, I have a mental case, I'll admit that.
No. When she's not busy falling off her horse, Meg's having fun exchanges with America's hero on The Howard Stern Show.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
We'll be back with more of our tribute, Robin, right after these words. How was that? Good?
Very good.
You like that?
The classic rock station, 92.3 K-Rock.
Jackie's going to be at, as we play the Sam stuff here, you realize you'll never be able to see Sam live again on the stage. You know, who knows how long Jackie has with all the fungus on his toes and nails. And
well, he didn't have fungus, remember? He just lost his toenails for no reason.
Right. Now he found out he didn't have fungus on his feet. You didn't have any fungus, and you just lost, and you had the guy pull your toenails for no reason.
They're all gone for no reason.
And why were your toenails so funny looking? They were just funny looking toenails.
I just have this silly thing called 20-nail syndrome, and the syndrome is he took 10 of them.
Are they gone now forever? They haven't grown back?
There's pieces and hunks coming back. I don't know what
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Will you be
hurt or
willing,
anything.
at the brokerage, you'd be willing to take your shoes off and show people?
I work there, Fina.
All right. Next Thursday, April 23rd, Jackie returns to the brokerage, America on Long Island. Go try and stump the joke man. Tuesday, April 28th, at Jimmy Reed's in Ramsey, New Jersey. For jokes and information, dial 516-922-WINE. One of my favorite Sam Kinison moments. I just went through a lot of it. And I love this. This is just so good. We were in the middle of fighting with everyone, and Sam and I we were really just fighting. And then Leslie West got into a fight with Sam.
Actually, what happened with this clip was after you and Sam, this was Sam's first date back.
Right.
You had accepted him back, but a lot of the listeners and a lot of people we know didn't accept him back, and we're trying to tell you not to Sam will only screw you again. Don't accept him back.
Right. But I accepted him back, and then Leslie called in because Sam and Leslie never resolved their differences. I mean, they did eventually, but I'm saying at this point.
It was still an issue.
And Leslie ended up calling Sam fat, which was unbelievable. That was Bon Jovi.
Oh, I didn't go with him, or I wouldn't be here.
You're full of crap.
Is this Leslie?
Sam.
I'm full of crap, my bud.
Sam, let me ask you a question.
What?
What's your problem?
What's my problem?
First of all, I don't know Sam.
I guess I'm used to like $150,000 a month income. Maybe that's my problem.
Wait a second.
What's your problem, man? You're the only one that got paid for Lenny Bruce's mom's benefit.
So let me ask you a question.
What? What, I used you for Wild Thing?
No, wait a second. You didn't.
I heard it all, man. I was listening to the radio that day.
Let me ask you a question.
You were going to have me on your show on MTV, but since I had a problem with Howard, I'm out of the picture. I used you. You're just like Jessica. I used everybody all of a second.
If you shut up for a second, I'll tell you what I said.
Then you better be a better schmoozer than me.
I called Mitchell while you were on the show and said, I'm doing a TV show. I'd like Sam to be on. Before you go to Hawaii, call me when you get off the show. Nobody called. Nobody gave a crap because I'm not important enough, I guess. And that's why I said, and Sam didn't call me back. So the hell...
Wait a second. Mitchell's here. What?
Mitchell
wrote the number down on a napkin.
What?
I wrote his number down on a napkin.
On a napkin,
I gave it to Jackie. He rewrote it. It was a different number.
Hey, the war went down. You chose Howard. You turned on me like a rabid dog, dude.
Well, what is this choosing thing? He didn't choose Howard. It was between you two guys. What do you mean chose Howard?
He went with you, which is fine. He's known you longer. He loves you more, and it's fine. But he turned on me like an animal and a rabid dog.
But that's not the issue. The issue is that you're accusing...
Without talking to me, without any of my side of the story.
You're saying that he asked for money, but there was a good reason why he asked for money.
He did. He's the only guy that got paid. He knows.
Now,
Let me ask you a question. I'll tell you damn well why I asked for money. Because
Why?
I came up with your Wild Thing. You promised me to produce it, and you lied to me, you fat son of a bitch.
Yeah, like you didn't to me, dude. Hang up, because you know I'm going to say that you said it was $2,000 a show for 5 shows and ended up being $42,000. So yeah, I lied to you. Great. Yeah, produce my show, please. I want to pay 6 times more than what it costs.
That was another one because he told Sam went out on the road and wanted to do Wild Thing with Leslie. So he told Leslie, he just said to Leslie, go out and get equipment and set the whole thing up. But Sam didn't realize he talking to a professional musician.
Who wants top of the line everything?
Right, and Sam said, yeah, get top of the line. Well, how much could it cost? Well, it ended up, Sam went out and did all these live shows and ended up costing him a fortune. But it wasn't really like Leslie was out to sabotage him or
No,
something.
he didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't like he was putting the money in his pocket.
Another great moment, another great argument that Sam had on the air was with Ronnie the limo driver. Remember that?
Yeah, until Gary mentioned it, I had forgotten that happened.
Now, you got to keep in mind, first Jessica had called early that morning, and she said, you used me in your Wild Thing video, you used me to sell posters. They had a big, long argument.
Right.
Then Ronnie called. I mean, this is all the same day.
Right.
He was really getting ganged up on.
Yeah, he was really getting ganged up. And then Ronnie the limo driver calls in. I mean, Ronnie the limo driver, which bothered Sam more than anyone, because Ronnie the limo driver is like the everyman. You know, he's one of the fans on the street.
Yeah. And if he's not buying it, then nobody is.
Right. No one's buying Sam's crap. And Ronnie was brutal that day. And Ronnie's Ronnie's a friend of mine and obviously very protective of me.
Yes.
I had already forgiven Sam, but Ronnie wouldn't. Who's on the phone?
Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie the limo driver.
Oh, bring him on. Come on, Ronnie.
Okay, here
All right.
Come and get me, Ronnie.
We didn't get to the snippet, but...
Ronnie?
This is the guy who wanted to take me on, right?
Let me say something, too, that Sam really respected Ronnie after this, because whenever he saw Ronnie, like the U.S. Open Source and stuff, he's putting his arms around him, Sam, and hey, it's Ronnie the limo driver, everybody. You know, he actually kind of liked this.
You get a hold of me, boy. He hates me.
Ronnie told me not to have you back on the show. Now, Ronnie, why was that?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's a
user.
I'm a user, right?
You're a user.
Yeah, I'm a user,
You're
Ronnie.
definitely a
Ronnie,
user.
is your name Ronnie?
That's my name.
So I'm going to get the R right.
Get it right.
I'm a user?
You're a user. You use everybody that's been on his show.
Everybody.
Everybody that's been on his show.
I stole everything from Howard.
I didn't say you stole everything from
Well, what are
Howard.
you saying, Ronnie?
But
Get your
you-
facts right. Or maybe Dragnet you did.
Use everybody that's been on his show, okay?
I'm a user.
You use Jessica.
I used Jessica. I love this.
Right. As soon as you
Her mom dies, he's going, you know, I like to do the thing where, you know, she has sex with Mr. Ed, and I used her.
Okay, you threw him away. You didn't need him anymore.
What are you
got rid of
attacking
him.
me now for? Wait a second.
I used Jessica?
That's right.
Ask her what her sales from the Wild Thing poster are, my friend.
But why did you put her in your video?
Because she was the obvious choice, and it was something she jumped up and down to do, and it was brilliant. It was a statement. It was a gang rape fantasy of all the metal rock groups against organized religion. But you wouldn't know that because you'd be busy driving a limo.
That's right. That's right.
Don't mess with me, Ronnie.
I'm busy driving a limo.
Great. Well, that's not a bad job, but it is when you try to step out of the limo realm into artistic creator.
You are.
What?
I'm making just as much money as you are.
Well, you may want to, like, call your accountant and check that.
Yeah, well, you never know.
No, I don't.
Oh, believe me, he is. You should see what I have to pay him.
Yeah.
It's highway robbery.
Don't mess with me, Ronnie. You don't know anything about show business except that, you know, you get called for rides.
Why did you call the show yesterday?
Why'd I call the show
What was the
yesterday?
reason you called the show yesterday?
Because I would desperately like to work out the thing with John and Howard.
Rascals, right?
What?
You couldn't sell out your appearance at Rascals, so you called the show.
Rascals, my friend, is a warm-up for the gigs I really have to do, like Atlantic City next weekend.
Right, yeah, here you go again, you see? You see? That's why you came on the show today, because my
Do you
show
think, wait a second, Ronnie, do you think Rascals, is the level?
Now, and you're going to come on and badmouth them because they can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to come on a bad
That's right. They made you do it. They made you
What?
set him up. They
I haven't
made
said
you
any of
set
that.
him
Have
up.
I said that?
They made you do it.
Ronnie.
There's Ronnie.
What are you, sucking on exhaust fumes?
Not at
They
all.
made me do it. Rascals is my livelihood. Is this what we're talking about here?
You're going to say that they made you set him up, you know, and everything else, and Howard, I didn't really...
Ronnie, did you hear the show when I called up and said I made a big mistake? It was my fault. I was out of line. I didn't know it would blow up to be this kind of a crisis. Did you hear that show?
It's part of the routine.
Sam, part of the routine. Part of the routine. Wait, you check your tank and see if you need to fill up.
Do you think that Sam is not sincere, Ronnie?
Not at all.
Because Ronnie, I get into the car, Ronnie starts
They're
working on me.
devout Howard fans. I understand that.
Yeah, I walk into the car and they say
I
to me,
understand that.
You know, because I said, well, wait a second, why wouldn't Sam be sincere? And Ronnie goes, I'm telling you, the guy is not sincere.
Then why didn't I do Z100, which I could do in a second?
Oh, yeah, you could do that, but I think it would be bad for your image.
It's not my style, Howard. I didn't cross you.
You don't want teeny boppers showing up at your show.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want.
Showing up at your show.
Yeah, I don't want young girls at my show, no.
They don't have
No, I want yuppies that like Neil Young.
They don't have $25 a ticket to show up your shows. Howard fans do.
Ron, do your homework, will you, Jen?
I'm doing my homework.
All right, Ronnie, that was
I'm
good.
taking you all in, man.
All right, Ronnie.
Well, you got me, man. I'm down. I'm begging for mercy.
Believe me. Believe me.
You got me hurt.
Even Ronnie and Sam made up after that. What is it?
No, it was just Ronnie was great.
I know.
He wouldn't back down.
I know, it was great. It drove Sam nuts. Because Sam doesn't want to, you know, he doesn't mind having a show business argument, but when the guy in the limo, you know.
It's a real side skirmish.
Yeah. That's just one of those fun things. You know what I'm anxious to hear, Gary, is because I've never actually heard it.
Right.
We only played it once, and you and I were in a car, Robin, so you never heard it either. When Sam was at the Grammys, and he was up against PDQ Bach, and he lost.
Yeah.
But we didn't know, obviously, what was going to be the outcome of the Grammys. Oh, I got to take a break.
This was actually when the announcement was made.
Yeah.
At the Grammys. He had a cellular phone, right?
Yeah. I said to Sam, would you bring a phone in with you and be on the phone with us as you're at the Grammys, as you're finding out what's going to happen? He said, yeah, sure. He was convinced he was going to win, too. Because the Grammys represented something to Sam. Sam was like, well, now the show business establishment will accept me. Right. Now this is going to be my big night to be like one of the mainstream kind of guys.
He was going to be ushered into the inner circle.
Yeah, he had a whole speech prepared, everything.
Well, the other cool thing, or the other sad thing about it, was that he was up against Dice, and Dice had this huge year.
Yeah.
But Dice really bothered him, and he figured he could beat Dice. But PDQ Bach just wasn't even a thought.
He even told me he wouldn't mind losing to Dice. Just PDQ Bach. I couldn't believe it either. I'd love to meet people who vote for Grammys and Emmys and stuff. But, all right, let me take a short break. We'll play that, Robin, then we'll do some news, and we'll get back to the tribute and play the song and everything else. And we'll be back right after these words. All right, 8:42. I just found a couple of good tapes. Ready?
Okay. No theme music?
Screw the theme music, Robin. No time. I'm running out of time, and I want to get to all the good tapes.
All right.
All right. Here's a quick one of, okay, I was talking about this the other day on the air. Sam, I was on Letterman, and Sam came in here and started critiquing my Letterman appearance. And he was on that night. He was going to be on that night. I said, you know, you're critiquing me. Let's see how you do, Mr. Big Shot. Oh, and he was talking about how he's going to have a great appearance. He's going to be doing all these great stand-up jokes and all this stuff that he prepared.
Well, basically, you told him
I'll be watching.
Put the Whamma Jamma on.
Yeah, I also said I'm going to put the Whamma Jamma on your Letterman. You're going to really screw up bad. And sure enough, Sam went on and really screwed up bad. I mean, it was all over the place.
Worse than your wildest dreams.
Yeah, I mean, I really did put the Whamma Jamma. And this is where he sort of vowed to me he'd never doubt my Letterman appearances again.
That's right, he'd never critique you.
And I know I had a pretty decent Letterman appearance the night before. It wasn't something that should have been critiqued, but Sam felt that he had to get involved. You know.
He was trying to help.
Yeah, I said, I don't need your help. We'll see how you do. After we see how, if you have a great appearance, then you can critique mine. And I'm putting the Whamma Jamma. What did I do? I really actually put a hex on him.
Yeah, he said, don't mess with me, man. I put the Whamma Jamma on you.
And he
You're
goes,
going to have a bad appearance tonight.
And he goes, go ahead, I don't care. I go, okay, here's the Whamma Jamma on you. So we called him up the next morning. We couldn't wait to call him and tell him how his Letterman... He even knew the Letterman appearance went bad.
Oh, yeah.
So, here we go.
Hello?
Sam.
Howard.
Hey, how you doing?
First of all, you had a better Letterman shot than I did.
Okay. Right off the bat, let's just say.
Right off the bat.
Oh, man, what happened?
Oh, man. Well, I didn't know it was, I was talking about amyl nitrate.
You didn't know you were doing that?
No, I didn't know it was that you couldn't talk about it.
Oh, I see.
I thought you had that.
You list it like it's a drug, like it's a narcotic.
Didn't you clear that with the people ahead of time?
You didn't talk to
They
Frank or
distrusted me,
Morty about that?
They what?
They distrusted me to go on and do my thing. But they switched me too, man. They put me up front. I got there like at 5:20.
Yeah.
And I was so exhausted from your show.
I knew he was going to be a little wasted.
Oh, man.
Because you were
I got
drinking.
there about 5:20. I got in makeup, and Mitchell and I were going to go on and figure out what bits I was going to do. The guy goes, you're on.
Oh, boy.
And I went, hey, you never put the comic on first.
Sam always has, but this is Sam's excuse, you know.
Yeah, there's always an excuse.
Yeah, we were going to plan what we were going to do, but all of a sudden they say you're on.
He comes into town to do Letterman.
Yeah.
Still hasn't planned what he's going to do.
5:20. But notice he's not really upset that he did badly, because he really could never do badly. It was controversial, his appearance.
No, tonight they're having the director of The Abyss second, and you're on.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh, man. So I went out and I started talking about amyl nitrate, and they didn't, I might as well have been talking about heroin or child porn or something, you know?
That would have been better.
Yeah, I told you, you can talk about Arsenio, you just can't talk about amyl nitrate.
Yeah, but when I was sitting there, I went, oh, Howard's got me, he's got me. He's got me and my big mouth, me, Mr. Critique. I went, oh, he's got me.
Because, you know,
I jinxed myself is what I did. I jinxed myself on your show.
You did, you critiqued.
By critiquing the king. I jinxed myself. The stern curse came on me.
He had the stern curse on him. And
oh, dear.
Yeah, I found that tape of Whoopi Goldberg, a bad-mouthing Sam.
This was in England.
Yeah, right, this is over in London.
Yeah, why'd she do that?
Because
he had been really bad-mouthing her.
She sort of explains it.
All right.
But that's I'm trying to refrain
But Sam
from
was,
retorting to this
Sam was upset.
illiterate,
Sam was upset.
All right.
impossible, talentless.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Turd.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is a man who threatened to slap me in print. This is a man who said he would slap me.
Man.
I liked Sam. Sam was a friend of mine. And I tell you, I'm looking at, somebody sends me the Village Voice, where he talked about Robin, he talked about Bob, he talked about me. So he wanted to slap me in the face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't nice.
Well, I think that was pretty awful, since I invited him over to the Comedy Store to try it.
Wow. Well, you know, there's always controversy.
There was always a body left in his wake. You know?
I'm kind of anxious to hear this Grammy thing. When Gary was sitting next to Sam at the Grammys with a portable telephone. I've never heard it. So let me check that out, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do some news for you. And then
we're not going to play the Jessica Hahn thing? That's what I've been waiting for.
Well, then we'll never get to news.
Well, I didn't say when.
We're going to play it, but I mean, you know, we got to get to important elements here. Don't you want to hear him at the Grammys, though? Aren't you a little bit curious? And then we'll play the Jessica thing, too. some point, Norman Lear's supposed to call in. I mean, be on the satellite.
Yeah.
Well, I got a feeling he'll cancel before he gets on here. What are the odds of Norman Lear? Doesn't he hate us?
Oh, if he hasn't canceled yet, he's on.
Oh, really?
He already saw the list.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, he probably doesn't know us. Does he know us?
Exactly, that's why be quiet.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know us. See, if a guy doesn't know us, I want to just ask him one question. How come he always wears that hat? You know, that like, fisherman's hat? Like a fishing hat?
Yeah, the thing with people put their flies in. And
yeah, he doesn't have any fly things on it, though.
No, it's like a rain hat.
Yeah, you're supposed to put your lures on there. Fishing lures. All right, so here it is. Gary at the Grammy Awards with Sam. And I thought this was great, Sam willing to bring the telephone in. And, hey, he knew there was a chance he was going to lose.
I don't know, but it's getting very complicated. All we want to do is...
Did he win?
We're just waiting to hear.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll be back, right? I mean, we're not going to be back. Okay,
we're stopping. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Are we rolling? Okay, this is Boy Gary.
Yeah,
Sam, check it out. Howard and Robin had to leave, but I'm finishing up the show.
Is it what now?
You're live on the air with us.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah, Howard and Robin aren't here, but we're trying to find out what happened or what's going on.
He's not live?
No, I'm here live.
I don't get it.
Howard had to go, but we're still doing the show. I'm finishing up.
Oh, you're taking care of it?
I'm taking care of it because we really...
Okay, but one category away. I just thought I'd call you and let you know.
Okay, what category happened so far?
We're at children's thing, then it's comedy.
Okay, so you're standing back there waiting for them to announce the comedy category?
Yeah, they're going to announce the thing here, and then it's comedy.
So how long ago how far ahead do you think that'll be?
We're talking about 15, 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
All
right. Nice to Sam, man. You can do the commentary. Tell us exactly what's going on.
Good luck, Sam.
Good luck, man.
Oh, great,
Good luck,
man.
Sammy.
Hey, Howard.
No, it's John.
That's Stutter
Is that John?
Hey, man.
Stutter and John, Jackie the Joke Man.
What's going on over there?
Howard and Robin already left. That's why we're running the show.
They had to get to the Grammys.
They had to come to Grammy to
Oh,
see
I
you.
see.
So but we didn't want to leave without knowing what happened to you.
Okay, well, my brother Bill's going to hold the phone up to the mic. You still want to do this?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Now, after this should be my category, right?
Right. And now you're up against, who is it, PDQ Bach and...
I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear this.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
But Bill's going to open up the speaker. We're set this to speaker.
Now, keep in mind, they're at the Grammys, and Bill's running around.
Trying to get the phone to a speaker.
That's why the connection's so weird.
It gets better.
All right.
Give you a test.
Live radio.
And what is this called?
All right, so that's the applause of the audience.
It's a great feeling.
Oh, who's that, the children's guy accepting the award?
I'd just like to thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love that went into this project.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Good luck, man.
Okay, here's Max right now.
All right, we're waiting for you.
We'll hold this up a little, right?
If I'm not mistaken, Sam's nominated against...
Sam was convinced he was going to win. You know?
There was no fear in him.
No fear. You don't hear a voice of fear in there. He was excited, though. Gary felt really bad for him,
Well, wait till you see what happens.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, we've never heard this.
No, this is great.
It was so horrible.
Here they are.
Andrew Dice Clay, Irma Bombeck, Professor Peter Schickley, Sam Kinison, and Sandra Bernhardt.
Here's the big moment.
And the winner is?
Uh-oh.
Professor Peter Schickley.
Well, you're hearing it live. Sam Kinison.
And do you believe that?
Sam, I'm so sorry you lost to PDQ Bach. I feel terrible.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, we really...
It's set up.
But the best part is... At least
What did he say, set up?
We all thought he told me to shut up.
No, he said set up.
He said it was a setup.
Always a conspiracy theory with Sam.
She didn't lose to Dice, which is
It's
great.
set up, dude.
I'm sorry.
All right, no problem.
I apologize, man. Hopefully,
No problem.
Howard will see you in a little while.
You okay?
Okay, bye, Sam.
We love you, Sam.
We love you, man. A very dejected and
What did he say?
He just hang up the fucking PDQ.
PDQ bar.
Mumbling.
Should have let him just talk.
He didn't seem like he wanted to talk.
I don't think we all meant to react like that, but it sounded so horrible. It was like everybody went, it was almost like on Yan Yan. It was like, ow! Like,
no, it wasn't. What the hell's he talking about?
Oh, you
Jackie, just sit quiet over there.
Jackie's observations are always so right
They're always off.
You didn't think it.
I didn't think Nyanya. That's the worst. Because he was convinced he was going to win. He had it. The album was brilliant. You know what I mean? It's the Grammys. Talking about people like Mariah Carey win. Bonnie Raitt walked out with 9. I don't think she had an album out. Yeah. I try to explain that, but... Hey, how do you think I feel?
He was so upset by the time we got there.
I mean, it's like the local Emmys here in New York won't give me even an Emmy nomination. We've submitted twice. They won't, and I know our television show is better than anything they've ever produced locally in this town. Better than, Chuck Scarborough's 9-part report on earthquakes. I mean, the lighting of the Rockefeller Center tree with Al Roker. I mean, come on. So, but he was really frustrated by that.
Yeah, it meant something to him.
Yeah.
I'm sure PDQ Bach could care less.
Peter Schickley. What is Peter Schickley?
Professor
Schickley. We got to take a break, Robin. Wait, I'll play the entertainment tonight. I got to play our Sam Kinison song, too. This is just... We have just so much material on Sam, and since this is our big tribute day, I don't want to leave anything out, you know what I mean? We'll be back right after these words. Well, guess who's on our line right now, our satellite line?
Would it be Norman Lear?
I ought to just tell him that I'm thinking of maybe appearing in one of his programs. I'm thinking about I'll consider it. Maybe if I take that kind of attitude.
Oh, dear.
He's got a lot of shows. He's got a pretty good life, too. It's got to be worth about, what would you say, $300 million? Conservatively, All in the Family.
Well, his wife divorced him and started a whole magazine on the money she got, so
yeah.
It's got to be a lot.
Lear's magazine is Norman Lear's ex-wife.
Yeah.
And just on the money she took out of the marriage, she'd start a whole magazine. That's got to be a considerable amount of money. I wish I was his son. I really do. Wonder if he has any sons.
I don't know if he has any sons, because he sort of adopted Meathead, remember?
Yeah, Meathead. Did he adopt Meathead?
Well, he was the one who got him started as a director.
He did?
Yeah, he put the money up.
Oh, my God. Let me see if I can suck this guy up. Let me see if I can kiss his ass more ways than... Where are we? How do I do that, Robin? Do you know how to do it?
Do you think I know how to do it?
All right, let me... Will you come over and do it? How come you don't know how to do this stuff?
I don't know what anything is on that board.
Mr. Lear?
Yes.
Hey. Wait a second. Hold on. Can you hear?
There's a
little bit of an echo. Hold on. Can you hear me now? I hate the satellite technology. You there now?
I hear you, son.
Oh, you do? Oh, wait a second.
Yes.
Hey, you called me son.
Yes.
Hey, does that mean that... hey, did you really...
In California, we can do these things instantly. You're adopted.
Did you really take on Rob Reiner as your son? Hey, how come...
Well, he's a son in my feelings. I'm a father in his feelings, I would hope.
Does that make Rob Reiner my brother?
No, it makes my 3.5-year-old your brother.
You got a 3.5-year-old?
Yes, his name is Benjamin.
No kidding.
And I have a new grandson. Benjamin is an uncle at 3.5. I have a new grandson. His name is Daniel.
What a life you Hollywood guys have. I
love it.
I would love that. You know something? I've been with the same woman 17 years. I'm married 17 years. I don't know if you know that about me.
Oh, I know that. I know everything there is to know about you.
How aware is the Hollywood community of me?
The Hollywood community thinks of little else.
No, seriously.
We wake up in the morning. We read our New York Times and the Los Angeles Times.
No, I mean, are you aware of me? I mean, seriously. I mean, a big television guy, film guy like you.
Very seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very aware of you.
Really? But do you consider me any kind of a genius in any way? No, seriously. You don't have to answer honestly. Do you consider me dangerous? Do you consider me a genius? Do you consider me a guy with no talent? I mean, where do I fit in on your sort of show business scale? I mean, in the scheme of things. Like, would you ever consider me for, like, a sitcom or some kind of deal like that?
You're my son.
No, come on, be honest. I don't even care. You can hurt my feelings.
What can I say, dear, after I say I love you?
You really love me.
Howard, I love you.
Are you serious?
I do not say these things lightly.
Really? Hey, I just want to say something right now, Robin, to the Hollywood community. All the people who think I'm some kind of scum. Norman Lear has been responsible for most of the major television shows, most of the innovations in television. And here's a guy endorsing me. So, you know.
I'll stand up anywhere, Howard.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's very nice. I was going to ask you about that fishing hat you're always wearing on TV, but I'm not even going to ask you about that. I don't want to piss you off. I don't want to piss you off in any way, man. I don't want to make you upset with me. I don't want to talk about your ex-wife. I don't want to talk about any of that stuff.
How about talking about the powers that be?
Oh, yeah, all right. The TV show.
You love it. Don't you love it?
Hey, by the way, a comment on Sam Kinison. We're doing our tribute today before we get to the powers that be.
Right.
A comment on Sam Kinison.
In the land of the walking dead, he was a very live one.
Well, there you go. That's, hey, I like it.
It means.
I don't care. I'm alive.
But I think it was nice.
I think it was nice, and I'm going to accept that.
It was intended to be nice.
Yeah, well, whatever it was fine.
Sam would appreciate that.
All right, so now you have the pressure on. Why are you taking on this pressure of a new TV show, Powers That Be? Why not? If I had your money, and I'm estimating you're worth $300 million easily. If I had your money, I wouldn't even bother with this crap. I would just I would buy an island. I would not take on the challenge of any more TV. I wouldn't. I would not do it.
Well, see, Howard, isn't that wonderful about life? You know, it takes all kinds.
I would just stay with my new wife. I would stay there with the kid. You know what I'd do? I'd buy Channel 4 and run a test pattern. That's what I would do if I was you. I can't even believe that you're even...
Well, see the show. You might think it's a test pattern.
Powers That Be. Now, isn't Forsythe in that?
Yeah, John Forsythe, and a great cast. Great cast.
And it's going to be on Saturday nights.
It is not going to be. It is on Saturday nights.
You got a regular slot?
Tomorrow night at 8:30 following Golden Girls.
So you can't fail with that. I mean, Golden Girls is a major hit. How can you fail with that?
I didn't say I was going to fail with it.
You got it.
It's really terrific. If you unless you think things are going smoothly and the government is just exactly what you would like, and it requires no, there's nothing to ridicule. There's no satire.
Really? No. This is a political satire. This is lampooning the political situation right now. Am I right?
This is a look at an extremely dysfunctional family at an extremely dysfunctional time in an extremely dysfunctional city, Washington.
I don't know if I can take that. I work with Fred Norris every day. He has that, and I don't know that I can live it on TV.
Hitting too close to home.
It might be. You know what I mean? Now, so if this one's a hit, you're due to make about another $100 million.
I'm due to make. You want it exactly? You want it in? I'm due to make $100,015.33.
You know what I always dug about you? That whole organization you set up to battle all these right-wing nudniks, People for the American Way. Norman Lear gave this group a name, People for the American Way. It sounded like it was another one of those morality and media groups, except it was for people who had some sanity. I kind of dug that. I like that about you, Dad.
I'm glad it's still around. It's 300,000 people strong, and I bless the fact that it's there every day of my life.
You know, I'm a target of these people.
I know you are.
And I am really someone that you should support financially for the rest of my life. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with you adopting me literally, financially, and just taking care of me, make sure my kind of radio continues.
Have you got an 800 number like Brown?
I'm going to get one. I used to have one, 1-800-52-STERN. I closed it down. I really did. Hey, what about Beatrice Arthur? You two never were lovers, were you?
Oh,
You can't comment, right?
She has made me laugh in a place so deep within me nobody else has ever touched.
But you never were romantic with her, were you?
I'm not answering that question.
Really?
I feel I have to
Interesting. I don't blame you. I'd love to know that kind of stuff. I love to know it. But, of course, everybody is entitled to their privacy. Am I correct?
No.
Oh, they're not.
Today, hardly.
Oh, I see.
We don't know a politician that's entitled to their privacy, do we?
What about a shot on Powers That Be for me? Maybe I'll do a cameo. I'm thinking about doing it. I talked to my agent.
Talk about the show, keep it going, and then you've got a shot.
Would you ever consider putting me in some kind of... You know what? I'd like to work with you. How about putting me in some kind of, series? What about, a sitcom of some kind for me? Seriously. I'm being serious. I'm so damn popular. In fact, I'm going to be doing a movie. I got a movie. Yeah, I've met with the heads of 9 major studios. I'm bankable. I mean, I've proven it time and time again. I sell out Nassau Coliseum. I sell out all these 20,000 seaters.
What do you do in the Coliseum?
I've got what I do. I play tennis. I had a tennis match and 20,000 people came to see it. Now think about if I had something actually to do. More people would come see it. And look at the economics of this. I have 5 million listeners every day. I have countless millions of viewers on television. At $7 a seat, that's 35 million. If they bring a date, that's 70 million. Now that's just people who like me. Imagine if the movie's actually good.
Well, let's do an audition now. Try this. Repeat after me. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I.
That's great.
But in all seriousness, think about me a lot. Seriously. Think about me and think about some kind of project that would be interesting for me. All right?
Can you give me 10 minutes?
No, bro, I'm being serious. What do you do all day anyway?
I swear to God, I'm as serious as I can be. I am thinking about it.
Do you have the best life? I mean, what do you do all day? Tell me what happens.
You know something? I have the best life of anybody I know.
I mean, what do you do? Like, you just wake up and then you eat breakfast?
And then hear a terrific piece of Hasidic wisdom.
Yes.
I just heard last week.
Okay.
A person should have a garment with 2 pockets. In the first pocket, he should or she should have a piece of paper on which is written, "I am but dust and ashes." In the second pocket, he should or she should have a piece of paper on which reads, "For me the world was created."
Robin, what does that mean? I don't want to appear stupid.
I'll think about you for 10 minutes. You think about that for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Something about you should be humble, but everything is here for you anyway.
Well, what about how about in the third pocket putting about $300 million in there and let me have it? And I'll understand a lot better. Nobody ever does that for me. But
well, basically, the note in the second pocket says you could have that.
Well, like me, you have created so much great television. And we are brothers in a sense.
Like you?
Yeah, like me. I've created some pretty damn good television.
You're putting yourself in the league with Norman Lear.
And Mr. Lear, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing a hour tribute to breasts for the rating sweeps. No one is going to survive that.
Remember when you did that with All in the Family?
Did you ever do that?
Yes, we did that.
You did, really?
We did that on Mary Hartman.
Mary Hartman. Okay.
Hey, can we all say it together? Aaron spelling is a putz? Come on, everyone. Do you want to say that, Mr. Lear?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Is that a friend of yours?
It isn't a truism.
It isn't? Who's your enemies?
You don't have fine putts as that getting that successful.
Let me tell you something. Any of your enemies are my enemies. Who are your enemies in Hollywood?
Let's name them. So
name them. Who don't you like in Hollywood? Who has screwed you over?
I guess I've led a charmed life. I can't answer that question with a name.
Boy, I could make you a list that would make your head spin. It's unbelievable. I've never even been to Hollywood.
Literally screwed me over, and it really made serious problem. I mean, there are people who make me aggravated all day long.
Now, who would those people be?
They're anybody caught up in the system.
Oh, like Fred or Jackie, I see.
Well, everybody caught up in a system in which the name of the game is short-term.
Yes.
Short-term profits.
I understand what you're saying.
All the pressures that come from needing to win instantly and not caring to innovate and not caring to just simply work for the sake of working.
Exactly. In fact, I have a very long list of Hollywood enemies. In fact, my list would read like the World War II dead. It would be unbelievable. It would make your head spin. But let me say, The Powers That Be is a new Norman Lear series, and I think we owe it to Mr. Lear to watch the show, and I'll tell you why. Because he's given us so much great television. Well, on the one hand, I want the show to fail, Mr. Lear, if I could be honest. Because you have so much success. Well, because you have so much success in your life, it's
going to hurt you, Howard, if I have one more little success.
All right, you're right. How will it affect me? And plus, you've been really nice to me. So why not say, let's all watch Powers That Be, following the Golden Girls on Saturday night with John Forsythe, who is a dear, dear friend of mine. And I might be on that show. I'm thinking about it. So let's make it a hit, and you will give me a role. Is that correct?
You've got it.
I don't
Robin,
know.
Robin, you play his sister.
Okay. If you can make that work.
You've actually played my sister on TV, Robin.
Well, what was that? You know, when Sam took us to the Grammys, we were husband and wife. Yeah, we were related to Sam Howell.
I know. Hey, you know what? We want to party with you when we come to Hollywood. I'm doing the Tonight Show on, I think I'm probably going to do it in June. I might want to come by. What do you got, like a 10,000 square foot house?
I have a 133,000 square foot house. I have a house that's 4 times larger than Aaron Spelling. Nobody knows this.
No, really? Come on. What kind of house you got?
I have a parking. I have a garage that parks 112 cars.
You have a pool?
With electronic doors.
How many bedrooms is your house?
I have. We haven't counted for months. I have maybe
10.
60, 66.
No, come on. What kind of car you drive?
In the house?
What kind of car you got? Seriously, come on.
I drive a very small car in the house.
Please share with us. What kind of car you got?
I drive, this is a sin. I drive
Oh, my goodness. That's such a dirty word. Do you have, like, tons of underpants, like, where you can just put, like, you go into your underwear drawer, and then, like, do you have, like,
You never run out.
Do you have, like, 5 servants?
I've got a room of underclothing I haven't worn yet.
Really?
I've got a room of underclothing I haven't stepped into yet.
It's unbelievable. The lifestyle must be incredible.
It's incredible.
You guys go out to eat every night?
We bring it in. We usually have a different restaurant in every night.
Who are your 3 best friends in the world?
Three best friends in the world.
Besides, like, your wife and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've got...
I mean, you know, power people. Spielberg? Who is it?
Let him name.
All right. Who is it? I mean, the three people in show business.
As of this morning, I can say unabashedly Howard Stern.
Beside me.
Is one of them.
Sly Arnold?
I would hope she's been far less forthcoming, but I would hope Robin Quivers is another.
What about Rob Reiner? Is he one of your closest friends?
Oh, I adore Rob Reiner, yes.
I feel happy for him in a way, because he spent his whole life trying to prove that he just wasn't Rob Reiner's son, you know what I mean?
Or Carl Reiner's son.
I mean, Carl Reiner's son. And now, like, he probably laughs at his father. His father's probably auditioning for him.
Maybe he employs him every once in a while, you know.
Yeah.
Throws him a bone.
I thought when you hired him that you did it as a favor to Carl. I really did. Did you?
No, I've known Rob since he was 12 years old. He used to play with my daughter, who was also at the time 12 years old.
So when he came into audition for the part, did you go, hey man, get the hell out of here? You're Carl's son. I'm not going to throw you a bone.
You're the neighbor boy.
Yeah.
No, I did audition him 3 years before, and he was too young for the part.
You know whose success I can't figure out? Billy Crystal. I'm serious.
You can't figure out Billy Crystal's success?
Does he have a Lucky Charm or a magic lantern in his house?
No, Howard, you're a schmuck. I'm so sorry. I take back every good thing I said.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
did I blow it with you? Did I blow it? Dad.
The man is hilarious. Are you out of your mind?
No, he's hilarious, but you know.
And he's a wonderful man.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, I agree with you, Dad. Dad, I agree with you. Please. Dad, can't we have an argument without you disowning me inside of 3 seconds? Without taking away all of my sort of things that I've worked up with you, Dad? I'd love to be your son, I swear to God. My father never did anything. All my father ever did was he had a recording studio. His biggest year was $20,000 a year, maybe.
How could I be your son, though? I'm 37 years old.
No,
I don't think I'm 37 yet.
Oh, man. I just any way that I could just get into your life and sort of hang with you. You know what I'm saying?
Call me when you're out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out there, and
You're another live one.
I am gonna kiss your ass like you have never had a kiss before.
I was gonna say you don't want to be ingratiated. You just want to go out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you're gonna be able to pull down your pants, and I'm gonna kiss your ass, it's gonna be raw and red when I get done.
I just bought three pairs of new trousers with the cutest Finette Dubris.
Oh yes, a breakaway.
We don't even have to pull them. We just Howard, I can't wait to see you.
Listen, I am going to get to your house, I swear to God, and I'm going to hang with you, and you're going to learn to love me. All right, Dad? Somehow you are going to learn to dig me. All right? Now, everybody watch The Powers That Be from Norman Lear. You have to watch it, and I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. Number one, he set up an organization to battle those religious nuts with their stupid right-wing views on freedoms of speech. That's number one, so I think you owe him at least a look at the show. How am I doing, right?
You're doing great.
And number two, it's got to be entertaining. You wouldn't put a piece of junk on the air, am I correct?
Correct.
And number three, what is the third reason? Does anybody have a third reason?
You were doing fine.
That he'll give you a show if this one's successful.
Right, he will work on my show if it's successful. All right, thank you.
Anybody that does not like the show is free to write me and get their money back.
Yeah, in other words, it's free, and what's the big deal? So tune in and then check it out. I understand what you're saying. All right, Mr. Norman Lear, who is working on my next project. Thank you.
See you in California.
Right on, and I'm calling you, and don't act like you don't know me.
I'll be there.
I'll be pissed. All right, thank you. Bye-bye, Dad.
Bye, son.
I love Billy Crystal. Mr. Lear, I love Billy Crystal. Oh, so he's gone.
I guess you're no longer a schmuck now.
I'm not such a schmuck. Who knew he'd have such a violent reaction? What's that guy? That guy controls show business out there. He can walk into a studio and say, I got a new show, and I'm putting it on the air.
Get it on, that's right. They make space.
I can't even get in with these rat bastards, none of them.
You always say the wrong thing.
I know.
I told you to leave Billy Crystal alone.
If I left it into a 5-minute interview, it would have been fine.
But I told you, just leave Billy Crystal alone.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of him all of a sudden.
That's not the guy to knock.
Little scrub. All right, let's take a break, Robin, and do the news.
Yeah. Somehow Billy got everybody to love him. I don't know how.
Yeah, why? You know what I mean? What happened? I should be loved by these people. I don't know. Sound like Jackie now. I should be loved.
Hey, I started out with him.
I started out with Billy Crystal. We were on equal footing. You know, I don't want to say anything, but Howard, hey, Fred, Howard didn't mention either of our names to Mr. Lear. He keeps it all for himself. only mentions Robin. Him and Robin. We work just as hard on the show. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Robin, we'll do kind of a newscast, informal newscast. It's not a real newscast in the sense of
what do we do other days? You're acting like this is going to be different.
And then we'll go back to the Sam tribute.
All right.
Because we have some time left for that. We'll be back right after these words.
The classic rock station is 92.3 K-Rock.
People really do seem to like our Sam tribute, Robin.
Oh, I'm glad.
Howard, this is a fax. Great job on Sam's song. It sucks that Hard Copy is going to do a hatchet job on the rape that haunted Sam Kinison tonight. Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
I saw that. My wife and I will not be watching. We love Sam this way. Your way is the right way to remember Sam. And, P.S., even harder to believe is that Geraldo really did a sensitive piece on Sam. I was shocked, too, because I was a little nervous being a part of it. I only wish I had told people to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know how you, that slipped your mind.
I don't know. I just had so much going on, and I meant to tell people to watch Geraldo, and I think I was also nervous that it was going to be a hatchet piece. So I might have, forgotten.
You didn't even tell me, though.
Yeah, I know. I really put it out of my mind, and Geraldo did a nice piece. Unfortunately, I looked at the ratings. He was in the same place in the ratings he always was, because we didn't promote it. Dear Howard, on Monday I faxed you bitching about why you weren't going to Sam's funeral. I may have been wrong. Anyone who would dedicate a whole week and one Friday blockbuster show to Sam does him more honor than being at the service. I grew up listening to you, Robert. Here's one that says, I think the Sam tribute was great. It nearly had me in tears.
Aww.
I think you're the best DJ ever. See, once in a while we win the public over.
Sometimes we do something right.
Listen to this one. Love the tribute song. Sam was great radio. Signed, from Fred Norris, I see.
Somebody Fred liked. That's even more incredible.
Don't forget Wild Thing. It says, at the end I plan to do the Sam tribute song into Wild Thing.
Great.
Into Funeral for a Friend. You know, like one of those things.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be very eerie.
Chilling.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
I got goosebumps when you said that.
This one says, congrats on another great bit. Sam would be very proud. You're the best. Here's one, Howard. Sam's not dead. He's dressed in drag selling shampoo with Cher in an infomercial every night on TV. She does look a little like Sam, actually, that woman.
You know, now that I think of it, she does.
Sam with a really nice head of red hair.
Yeah, if he'd had that woman's hair, he'd have been a happy man.
Here's one final one. Everyone in the office loves Sam. He, without a doubt, is in the top 3 comics of all time. We think he would be honored to know that you are doing a great tribute show with a great song to remember. Keep it up. Sam will always be here as long as there is laughter. Thank you, Sam, for making us laugh, and thank you, Howard, for keeping his memory going. Okay. There it is. Signed Jackie the Joke Man Martling. And Barbara Bush. They're listening at home.
Oh, Barbara's enjoying the tribute. That's wonderful.
You should have licked Norman Lear's ass a little there, Robin, during...
You were so busy.
So busy
and
sucking.
There wasn't a spot left.
I know. Oh. I feel bad.
Very crowded around his ass.
Yeah. Very crowded around his ass as Jackie was pushing me away from the microphone.
Yes, let's pretend that no one else is on the show. Howard's so busy.
I never saw such a wild, unruly crowd around Norman Lear's ass.
Vying for position.
Wouldn't it be funny if he walked through life every day with just people attached to his ass?
People attached to his
their lips.
Heads banging.
He could have that if he wanted it.
Thank goodness he's not like that.
Yeah. Crowded schedule around that ass. At 4 p.m. I've got 3 people. At 2 p.m. I've got the...
Like a bakery.
Yeah.
I've got an opening.
I got an opening. Wait, a section just opened up on my ass. Here, Robin, you can have that. For a second there, I'm weighing it out as I go along. Got him laughing. The guys are rolling, and all of a sudden, Billy Crystal, and it's way down, and then you're fighting, struggling your way back up.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
You schmuck.
You're a schmuck. I hate you. I take back everything I said about you. I love Billy. Okay. Where were we, Robin?
That was funny. We were about to start the news.
It's like a guy in Wall Street just plummeted. My stock plummeted. Just at that moment, I almost jumped out the window. I really don't need those guys. Well,
but what was funny was the change.
Yeah.
You were fine, everything's fine.
Yeah, right.
Billy Crystal is a bore. You schmuck.
You schmuck. You are just an ass. I even used the S word. I had to bleep it off.
Oh.
You do use the S word. Yeah, my stock plummeted all right. But, in my career, I really don't need any of these showbiz guys. You know what I mean? Like Norman Lear and them. I really don't need them, but it'd be nice if they did something for me once in a while. I wouldn't be in a Norman Lear sitcom, by the way. That's not my scene. I'm not one of those actor types, that... It would have to be something very unique and unusual.
Well, suppose he came up with that.
Yeah.
You would have turned down a role in All in the Family.
Probably, yeah. Not right for me. I was offered the role of Mr. Jefferson, the next-door neighbor.
Please.
No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. It would be too ordinary for me, quite frankly. Sitting there and doing a scripted sitcom, when you could be doing breast shows. If they could script a good breast show, then I might do it.
I did try to do a little butt kissing when you said the two of us have brought great TV to America. I said, wait a minute, you can't compare yourself with Mr. Lear.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks for that. I saw you slip in the tongue every once in a while. That's him pushing her off the microphone. Get away, get away.
Don't be so presumptuous. I said, compare yourself to the great Norman Lear.
Get away, I'm licking. He's pretty good, though.
But don't you get to the point where you think that's what they expect anyway when you're talking to them?
Yeah, that's almost like a prerequisite. You gotta have a little preamble of ass kissing, Gotta get right on the sphincter with your tongue.
You can't even get their attention.
Yeah, right.
Unless you do that.
Mr. Lear, excuse me 1 second. I need to get in on the sphincter. I actually need to get there. If you could just hold still for a moment and let me make this as easy as possible for both of us.
Let's just get it over with.
All right. Robin, can you hold that flashlight if you don't mind so I can aim? I don't want to miss. I don't want to get something else.
I don't want him to be saying someone else did it better.
Because believe me, if I kiss his ass good, I can then get you in on Norman Lear's accent too. So hold the flashlight real close to his ass. Give me that mining helmet.
Mr. Lear, your ass was so sweet.
So sweet. You mind moving your sack? Thank you. All right. Anyway.
Usually I don't like ass kissing, but this is fun.
Yeah, I never thought I'd like it this much. And I thought Ed McMahon was silly all these years. What'd you have for lunch? Chili? I love chili. No problem. I'm not complaining.
Remember, when you're eating now, you're eating for two.
Yeah. I feel like Uncle Ed in Philadelphia. All right, Robin, a couple of stories, even though we're doing the Sam Kinison tribute.
Well, first of all, Howard, I saw something in the paper earlier this week, and I kept meaning to ask you about it, being the only representative on the show with children.
Thank you, Robin.
Are you having trouble explaining that these two holidays are coming together this year, Easter and Passover?
No, I'm not having any problem with that. Nobody in my house even cares.
They had a big article in USA Today earlier this week about the problem when the two holidays come together, explaining to your children what's going on.
Yeah, well, this is a paper that prints Larry King's column. Treats it like it's serious.
I guess, for people like Larry King, it would be.
Right.
But I just wondered. I thought I'd check it out, because I didn't really think there'd be any problem.
No problem. Kids haven't even brought it up.
In the Philippines, it is Good Friday, very Catholic country. In fact, they could be called super Catholics, Howard.
Really?
Because today, Good Friday is being observed in a very traditional way in the Philippines. About 20 Filipinos have nailed themselves to crosses.
Oh, my God. I'm super Catholic.
It is a show of their faith.
That's outrageous.
And an effort to make penance for their sins.
Philippines is the most disgusting country you can ever go to. I've been there on videotape, and I'm afraid to go there. That's the place
You've been there on videotape?
Yep. Let me tell you something.
That's how he does most of his traveling now.
That's a show of their devotion to Jesus. That's a show of stupidity. There is absolutely no reason to do that. First of all, this is the country where if you just pay plane fare, they have junkets, so you can go there and screw all the 13-year-olds in the country. You can just have sex with their children.
Maybe they should be nailed to crosses.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea. I think we should nail a few more
Maybe they
Filipinos.
do have a lot to make up for.
It's the most vile, disgusting country.
One of those crucified today was a 50-year-old mother of 4 who, as she hung on the cross, told people to love one another and do not cheat in the elections next month.
No, most of the mothers in that country will let you have their daughters for about 3 pesetas or whatever the hell kind of money they use over there. Whatever godforsaken money they use.
Isn't that incredible? Nailing yourself to a cross.
Yeah, they nail themselves, but you can also nail their children if you want.
For a few bucks.
A few bucks, no problem. A couple of pennies. Yeah, nail it in good. I'm feeling especially guilty today because I sold my child to a junket of Americans. Thank you.
But it makes you feel here sort of like you're not doing much when you just dye some Easter eggs. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe we haven't been doing enough.
Not nearly enough.
Although I did thumbtack Gary's head to the wall yesterday.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Maybe that'll be my next painting. Gary up on the cross.
Baba Booey.
You want that for your apartment?
Yeah, I would take that one.
I'll give it to you.
I like a painting with a religious theme.
Stand in line.
In Quebec, police have decided not to file charges against the Buffalo Sabres players who beat up a Quebec fan during the game on Tuesday night.
Wow.
Aren't we glad that the hockey players are back on the ice?
Right.
Here's what happened. Apparently, a 21-year-old man jumped onto the ice in the dying moments of the game and challenged the players on the Buffalo bench. Authorities say the man was apparently fulfilling a bet with some friends. Must have been a real exciting game. They're sitting there betting whether he'll jump on the ice. 3 Sabres players leaned over the boards and held the man while another, Rob Ray, slugged him more than a dozen times.
I love hockey.
It's like the Rodney King beating on ice.
Yeah. They're going to open up at Radio City Music Hall.
Even the Sabres coach got into the action. Photos showed him standing on the bench and jabbing at the fan with a hockey stick.
Wow.
Oh, goodness, no charges are being filed because the victim didn't file a complaint. He thought it was a bonus, I suppose. Hey, they beat me up. It's great. Amazing. Also, getting back to Easter for a second, just be careful with that cellophane that comes wrapped around all the baskets and everything.
Yeah.
There's a report of a 3-year-old Long Island girl suffocating.
See, I tell my wife that all the time.
Cellophane wrapping.
I tell my wife that all the time. Now the kids are older, They're older, so
Yeah.
But that cellophane, by the way, makes a good condom, too. I use that sometimes. If I don't have any rubbers in the house, I just take the cellophane that they wrap Easter baskets in, the yellow kind particularly.
Apparently it's airtight.
Gives my penis a nice glow. And, yes, it is airtight. And,
the mother allowed the little girl to take a rabbit to bed that apparently was wrapped in this cellophane.
Well, my wife has chapped lips.
And she fell on it, or it covered her mouth while she was sleeping, and she suffocated.
Why don't we get a nice big basket for Tom, our general manager? Nice big Easter basket. Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff, because, I sometimes see, that stuff laying around on the floor if we get a gift or something. I always pick it up. I go, hey, come on, the kids could, do something with this.
Yes, you have to be careful with pets, too, because sometimes they like to play with it because of the rattle, and they can also suffocate.
Yeah. I tell you, if your kids get through the first 3 years of life, it's a miracle. With all the hazards just around.
Yeah, yesterday I meant to tell you there's a new rule, I suppose. Remember how you always were told that when you have an infant who can't turn themselves over?
Right.
When you put them down to bed, how do you put them in the crib?
Let me think for a second. I think you're supposed to put them on their backs. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
You don't remember?
I really don't.
Because the rule used to be put them on their stomach.
Oh.
So in case they throw up...
Right, they don't swallow it.
They don't swallow it, they'll be laying... But now they're saying, no, either put them on their sides or their back.
Because
the aspiration that you're trying to prevent very rarely occurs. And they think that it might prevent 20% of the sudden infant death.
Right.
You see in children below the age of 6 months.
See, we hung them by their feet. and they always liked that
And they
better.
were fine,
They were
right?
fine because of the aspiration. You know. No, I think we put my wife left them on the side. That's right, actually. That was her big thing, on the side.
Yeah?
On the side. Yeah.
Okay, well, don't leave them, because lots of people do the stomach thing. That used to be the old rule. And
In the Philippines, they nail their children to the cross and let them rest that way.
They don't lose any.
Well, they nail them by the feet.
There's also a doctor in Seattle, I think, who's calling for the, since we're doing baby news.
Right, yes.
Calling for the Consumer Affairs Commission to ban baby walkers, infant walkers.
Why?
Because they cause too many accidents.
They can collapse.
No, they don't collapse necessarily, but they don't have any real purpose. They don't teach the baby to walk sooner.
Yeah, well, they do have a purpose.
What's that?
Well, when you're raising kids, when you like, sometimes they just get cranky because all they can do is lay there or sit in their high chair, and they get a little, wasted doing that. So when you put them in one of those walker things, they love it. They shut up for about an hour and a half. It's just another thing that entertains them. And then they have some movement. They feel like they can maneuver on their own. I mean, they do have a purpose. They're kind of neat. Keep the kid quiet for a while without you having to hang on to them every minute.
A lot of people thought that if they had the child up and he was able to roll around in this thing, moving its feet as if it were walking, the child would learn to walk faster and strengthen those muscles. That's not the case. And a lot of kids have accidents. This doctor said that in the last several weeks, he's known of a case where a child plummeted down a flight of stairs and was killed.
It's nasty.
They also burn themselves, because they pull themselves over to a table with a cloth on it or something, and they start pulling the cloth, and they pull down some boiling liquid on them or some hot coffee.
I hadn't thought of that.
So he thinks they're dangerous.
Right,
and
probably
that they
right.
should be banned.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Meanwhile, California is a little bit closer to carrying out its first execution in 25 years. The other day I told you that Governor Pete Wilson was going to have a clemency hearing for, what was that, Fred?
That was a sound effect of the execution.
This guy, Robert Alton Harris.
Yeah.
Who's accused of killing 2 teenagers back in 1978. He kidnapped them from the Jack in the Box. And then took them somewhere, killed them, and then ate their sandwiches.
Oh, that's wrong.
Now, of course, yesterday they had the clemency hearing at which they pulled out all the evidence that he was an abused child and he suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome. But the governor, Pete Wilson, said this.
Oh, you actually have the governor? You interviewed him?
Well, this is his announcement of his ruling.
So you weren't the only one there?
No.
Okay.
As great as is my compassion for Robert Harris the child, I cannot excuse or forgive the choice made by Robert Harris the man.
Happy days. Great, the happy days are here again. Nee, 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 nee. Go ahead, Fred. Oh, don't go in another room for it. Forget it.
Clemency is denied.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. There you go. Okay. Come on, everyone. I didn't know you did the Lindy, Robin. Executions are back again. He'll die real soon and rot in hell. It makes us all feel so damn swell. Happy days are here again. Yes, sir. Turn that off.
Well, I told you that a number of people had called in his defense, including Mother Teresa.
Oh, yeah? She was pretty persuasive.
And Amnesty International also had a problem with the execution. Here's what's the guy's name?
A. Babasana.
Maldonado.
A. Maldonado?
A. Maldonado from Amnesty International to talk to you about the kinds of things this man suffered.
Robert Alton Harris.
Who cares?
Was born with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Oh, that's so
because
bad.
Because
his mother liked to take a few drinks.
Massive ingestions of alcohol by his pregnant mother during the pregnancy.
So why didn't we lock him up if that's the case? Why didn't we have the fetus aborted? So you're saying anybody whose mother drinks should therefore be aborted? That's my read on this.
and he was born 2 months prematurely as a result of beatings that his mother suffered at the hands of his father.
Yeah. Oh, get out of here.
In utero, he was being beaten.
Yeah.
He started getting beaten as soon as he got here.
Yeah, he got beatings in utero. I believe utero protects you from beatings, okay? Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? That's the excuse why he shouldn't be executed? I could kick... You know how many people I can point to who have been beaten in utero? And their mothers had a few drinks?
Well, the governor sided with you, Howard. He didn't seem to think the man had no ability to discern between right and wrong, or an ability not to commit certain violent acts. He knew how to find his way to Jack in the Box, didn't he? Yes.
Yeah.
The execution could be carried out as early as Tuesday. It'll be the first time that they've had an execution in California since 1967. Now, the other argument that people are waging at this point is that if California once again resumes executions, then it will be a show in the country that executing people for crimes is acceptable. Right now, it's basically confined to the South. It's not a nationwide phenomenon, but people fear that once California goes, so goes the whole country.
Well, Jackie, don't worry, you're safe because you had fetal marijuana syndrome. Is that where your mother smokes a bong in labor, Robin?
I think so.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. Do you have any more news, Robin?
A few more stories.
A couple more stories, and we'll get back to Sam Kinison tribute and go out on a few Sam highlights right after these words. 9:52. Robin?
I'm glad you corrected yourself there, because there is an article today in USA Today that says even our good students lack basic writing skills.
Those rat jab bastards always saying bad stuff about us. Them rat jab bastards.
No. This is a federal study, Howard.
Those rat jab bastards. They started it.
While the writing studied showed lots of creativity,
Get it.
they were generally underdeveloped, didn't communicate effectively, and showed little evidence of basic writing strategies.
Yeah, then how come they can't make a decent movie?
Planning or revising. Who?
I don't know. Everyone's saying we're stupid, but we make great movies.
We're saying we're stupid.
Oh.
That was our own federal study.
And we elect these people. And why are there federal studies to evaluate how stupid we are? Why are we paying for that? I'm being serious. That's stupid. No, but seriously, why am I paying for a study to evaluate how stupid we are?
You don't want to know how we're doing.
No, but I really, that's something I'll find out on my own how we're doing. I don't need the government. See, I wish I was president. H. Ross Stern for president. Write me in. Just write me in.
No more studies, huh?
No more studies. I would eliminate every study.
We will never know how stupid we are.
Yeah, and so let's say we find out we're smart. All right, well, great. Let's say we find out we're stupid. How does that help us?
We know where to concentrate our efforts.
We have the same efforts we've always had in our public schools.
No, we don't.
We have the parents that are bad, who raise these monsters that can't even think straight or go to school and listen. Now, come on, let's get with it. Let me tell you something. Years ago, when there was some kind of morality, the schools, even the ghetto schools, they weren't great schools. They were just schools. The kids who went there, they saw school as their ticket out of the ghetto. That was the thing, the ticket out. The only way to get... They understood it. It was driven home every day in their households.
And you say you have nothing to say. I'm going to put you on the lecture circuit.
Yeah, why don't you put me on the lecture circuit?
I saw Bill Cosby. He was basically saying the same thing to those kids in an elementary school the other day.
Bill Cosby's an imbecile.
Oh,
everyone knows that he shouldn't have left that Cosby show, because I guarantee you the biggest pile of junk is going to be his new TV show. You wait and see. You see if that's not off the air quick. This guy forgets he had 2 series before this Cosby show that bombed. Nobody was interested in him. Imagine that he's going to do the Groucho show, but be nice to people. How can you be nice to people on the Groucho show? The whole point of the Groucho show was to bust balls. Somebody get him to think.
Can we go on?
No, you asked me for my opinion. You told me to comment on the news, and I did.
Abu Hayat, does that name ring a bell?
Of course.
This is the Lower East Side gynecologist.
She the one who practices in high-risk births with babies with one arm?
Right. Well, actually, he creates babies with one arm while trying to do abortions, illegal abortions.
Didn't he do the abortion on the drummer from Def Leppard? I can't believe it. That guy should be in jail.
Well, he was finally charged in connection with that botched abortion.
Right.
He was arrested, and He pleaded innocent to the charges and was let out on $30,000 bail. He faces 20 charges that include performing an illegal abortion, assaulting and sexually abusing patients, and falsifying his medical records. So if he should be sentenced on all charges or found guilty on all charges, he faces a maximum sentence of 20 1/3 years to 61 years in jail.
Plus he loses his coat hanger. Right? They take it away from him.
I would say so. Well, I think they've already done that. His medical license was suspended after that botched abortion.
I saw him on TV. He doesn't know how to do an abortion, but he sure knows how to like how to handle reporters. No comment. No comment. No comment.
I have been advised
by my attorney.
No comment.
I can't do an Indian accent. I've been advised by my nurse.
I've been advised by the attorney. No comment.
There you go.
I am thanking you very much.
No
Please
comment.
be advised to contact my attorney. But I will not be talking to her right here, right now.
Yeah, okay. No, but even if you had a comment, we wouldn't understand it. Why did you do that abortion on that baby and lose the arm?
I don't know, but I must wash my hands. Get out of my way.
All right.
And speaking of abortions, you know, I told you about 200-some corpses of fetuses found in some lot in Oklahoma the other day.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor who owns the lot acknowledges dumping 60 fetuses in a field near Shawnee, Oklahoma.
So how'd the other fetuses get there?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he offered it to other people who didn't know how to dispose of their fetuses either.
Right. Well, isn't it like, if you do an abortion, don't they have a place to... what does the doctor have to worry about getting rid of the fetuses?
Well, isn't he the guy who takes it?
What's wrong, by the way, with the guy getting rid of the fetuses?
Well, apparently nothing. They can't charge him with anything. It just looked a little gruesome, I suppose, because somebody tried to... We're all in these little bags.
Right.
And somebody tried to set the whole thing on fire, I guess, to burn the fetuses and get rid of them, but only the bags burned.
I see.
So then the fetuses were just all laying out there, you know, like body parts.
Probably looked like Jackie's chicken yesterday.
And, of course...
Still thinking about that.
Or anti-abortion activists will run to this area and start taking photographs and will offer this evidence to judges as proof that abortion is murder.
Oh, come on.
You know that the Supreme Court will be considering the Pennsylvania abortion law this Wednesday.
Yeah, because the guy really didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you know, if he dumped the fetuses in the garbage man would take them to a dump site and burn them. I mean, you know.
But he shouldn't have been trying to get rid of him himself. He doesn't know how to dispose of things.
Right. He's not a garbage man. He's a doctor.
So, you know, even though he can't be charged with anything, I think that they will admonish him not to dispose of fetuses in this way any further.
Shouldn't waste those fetuses. You should feed them to the homeless.
Meanwhile, did you hear me?
They taste like chicken. We got to take a break.
Oh, you didn't hear me.
What?
I said the Supreme Court is going to be considering that Pennsylvania abortion law that severely limits legal abortions and could challenge Roe versus Wade this Wednesday.
That'll never happen. Don't worry about it. There's got to be abortions in this country. We'll be overrun with even more morons. All right, take a break. Where are we? It is 10:04, 92.3 K-Rock, WYSP, WJFK. Robin, anything else?
No, that was it for now.
And that was it, and I'm going to wrap up with the Sam Kinison tribute.
Someone just faxed us some very pertinent information. You said you were going to end with a few songs.
Yes.
And you said one of them would be Funeral for a Friend.
Yeah.
Now, do you care that Sam and Elton had a bit of a problem with each other?
No, because Funeral for a Friend has nothing to do with Sam, but I always, for some reason, whenever I hear somebody dies, I start humming that.
Well, I just, because the only time I know of an interaction between Sam and Elton was calling Sam a pig.
Yeah. Well, then they have a connection. I see more reason to play it. No, I don't really care. It's just that it's a very emotional song, and I'm trying to get people to feel emotional about Sam in the tribute.
Well, this person seemed to not want that to happen because they...
Yeah, but look who's... All right. I mean, really. You going to go by him? How do I wrap this, Robin? I got to... Hold on a second. This I don't need. Pete Wilson we don't need anymore. Happy Days Are Here Again. I don't think we need that anymore. Dee Minidato we don't need anymore. Pat Cooper on Sam we don't need.
trying to think what would be the definitive piece for Sam fans to hear. I have so much stuff I never got to. I took on the bed.
There's the man-dude argument. You know?
Yes, that's true. There's also Jessica talking about the time Sam went to the bathroom. But, you know, maybe we shouldn't play that one because Sam hated that story. I mean, he really did.
I know. But he loved the man-dude argument.
I could play a little piece of that. I don't have to play the whole thing, and we don't have to, you know, then we can hear a couple of things.
Okay.
I'll play a little bit of the man-dude rap. When Sam and I were yelling at each other.
Well, what happened was Sam scammed us.
Yeah, Sam really... This is the one time in my life I had a bad falling out with Sam. Sam said he was going to bring Bon Jovi in, and then he scammed us on purpose. I didn't even understand what he was doing. I kept asking, what are you doing? And he goes, you think you're the king? Well, I fooled you, and I got one over on the king. And I was like, Sam, but why bother?
It was a really bad joke. It didn't work.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, he got all freaked out, and I got freaked out. And
well, we banned him from the show, basically, is what happened. He did that, and then we said, well, that's it. We cut all ties with him.
Yep. So, I guess the man-dude rap happened when we were having our last conversation before the falling out.
I guess so. I can't remember whether it was after or before. I guess it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after this, we banned him from the show.
Yeah, and he hated it. Because after we made up, he said to me, I hated being banned by the show. It was horrible. It was just the worst. And he says, everywhere I went, people were asking me why I was banned from the show, and I just felt really bad. So, let's see. Hey, Gary, where's the man-dude? Where is Gary? All right, man-dude. Yeah, I'm just looking for the quickie.
Okay, the quickie man-dude.
It's where we counted man-dudes. Sam and I fighting.
Number, I can't see. 14.
14. Kind of bad I didn't get all these in, but it's just so much material.
Yes. Tomorrow...
Now, Gilbert, I didn't realize Gilbert was on this.
He is?
That's how it sort of started.
Well, this is us counting man-dudes.
Gilbert was there, and we were playing this back.
Yeah, we're counting man-dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, what happened was you were playing it back, and Gilbert came in and did his rap.
Gilbert couldn't believe when me and Sam started fighting that do I actually play some of the argument on this?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess we wanted to hear more of that.
We will.
All right.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Man.
Caroline's at the seaport, man. Because, and you know, if you don't come, then that just makes me look like a jerk in front of my listeners, man. That makes me, well, I mean, I don't see what the joke is, man. That makes me look like a jerk in front of my listeners.
How many man-dudes did we count? When Sam and I were yelling at each other.
I don't remember what the totals were.
It was either 97 or 99.
99 times we both said man.
Or dude.
Or dude. Man or dude. We should just play the whole damn thing.
It was hysterical.
It's 15 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here.
But can we play a little bit
it's
of
right
it?
here. Let it go. It's
all right.
there.
Gary, you ought to pick up the people on hold and get their phone numbers in case they win, man. Because you're an idiot, man. I always have to tell him what to do. He doesn't think for himself.
I love it when he says, I've been making it since 85, man.
Yeah. Making what?
He was making, I guess, his career.
All the money.
I've been making it since 85, man.
All right, Freddie, you ready with the bell? Okay, here we go.
Sorry, I did not know you were going to overreact and freak.
Man, you didn't even come in. It would have been funny maybe if you came in at 7:30 and said, "Hey, man, I thought it would be kind of funny to joke." But you don't call. The press is here, and Bon Jovi's a pussy, man. And if you want to hang around with Bon Jovi, hang around with him. Go to Russia with him. Do whatever you want with him, man. I think the guy's a jerk, but that has nothing to do with you. I sat with you, man.
Some people in this area like his music, man. He's only the number one band in the world.
A lot of 13-year-old girls.
Opinions for everybody, Hal.
Your fans don't like that kind of music, man. They dig Guns N' Roses.
No, because they're listening to stuff 30 years old. You know?
Whatever. Hey, man, whatever you want to do, you do with Bon Jovi,
you've already
man.
done it, man. I can't forgive you for this crap you said about me today.
We're not asking. I'm not asking forgiveness.
Nobody asked you to forgive a thing.
I don't want
Tell me
forgiveness.
exactly how you feel about me and how you feel about Alan and Mitchell.
What a great argument. Come on.
It was great.
Oh, it was the best.
That is good.
That was one of the more condensed. You got like 10 mans in like 30 seconds.
Mans and dudes.
Mans and dudes. It turned out to be mostly mans.
Yeah, I had about 35 dudes, and maybe
Right, I mean, once they started throwing the dudes in, they got tired of man.
man, dude.
But it was, of all the arguments Sam ever had on the show, this was the best one.
It was.
And the most real.
Yeah, me and him going at it. Should probably play more of it.
It was wonderful.
It was great. Yeah, do a little more.
Okay.
Just a little. Freddie, you want it for old time's sake? You want to hit the bell every time you hear a man or a dude?
My best.
Okay.
Because it's hard. They're coming fast and furious.
It's very, very difficult. So if Fred misses one, bear with him.
You double up, you start a sentence and then...
Yeah. Well, when I get really heated, I always rely on man. But I don't even know I'm doing it.
I didn't even realize you did that because it was just hysterical listening back the next day when Gilbert pointed it out that man was just flying.
I think that's one of the remnants of growing up in Roosevelt. Everything was amen, 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 amen.
Well, Sam fell right into it.
I know where he got it. Yeah. Sam fell right into my speech pattern. One of the other great things about Sam, too, is that laugh of his is so infectious. Sometimes I start laughing like that when he would go...
I know.
You know, it's like, I don't even know how to do that.
You guys get right into it.
Oh, we do? Good.
Phone click and yelling.
Okay. Phone click, yell. Sam, you're on the air.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
All right.
First of all, Mitchell didn't threaten anybody. He called up because he was upset that you were making jokes about my brother's suicide. Which
I didn't make jokes about your brother's suicide.
Not mine, my friend. That's
I didn't
all
make
I'm saying.
I didn't make a joke about your brother's suicide.
I haven't changed.
I
have a practical joke, and I'm sorry about that. I did not know you were going to freak out and turn on me like a rabid dog, man.
Hey, man,
That's all it was. I'm sorry. I was
you made
out
me
of
look
line.
like a jerk.
I didn't know you were going to turn on me, and all of a sudden I'm a jerk.
No, you made me look like a jerk. You made me look like a jerk.
It was just to get you, that's all. And
Why get me, man? Why get me?
It was just fun. I thought it was the show business kind of a gag.
Yeah, I invited the press down here. You made me look like a jerk.
I'm in the middle between you guys, man. I'm in the
No,
middle.
you're not. Just stay out of it, man. What did I ever do to you? Was I ever bad to you?
I did not try to set you up.
Was I bad to you or something?
No,
What did I
thought
do?
it was funny if a guy came in and pulled down his pants. And
Nah, it's not funny.
Wait a minute.
That's real funny on the radio. A guy pulling down his pants.
You know, it's like
That didn't happen.
suicide. It was my attempt at joke.
That didn't even happen.
You know,
I didn't say anything.
I'm not
A guy wrote in about
bitches.
a guy wrote in about your brother's
You know, you're like
suicide.
an
Number
ex-wife
one.
with his own radio show. You know, it's like all you do is like turn on me, man.
Yeah, we turned on you a lot, Sam.
I really turn on you a
If that's
lot.
what it takes to be your friend to be on the show, then never have me on the show. It's up to you.
Okay.
I don't care.
Hey, first of all, number one.
Get your information right instead of these losers calling up, making up stuff that happened at the show.
Whatever, man. I know what happened
Don't
here.
forget the stuff you said about
Okay.
me yesterday, and I have feelings too.
Hey, I have a lot of
That was
feelings.
a joke. I didn't trash you.
You did. You trashed me.
Oh.
You told me you were coming in. You told me you're bringing Bon Jovi, and you set me
on
up.
everybody, for a guy who's supposed to be the master of that kind of stuff.
I'm not then, I guess.
I guess not, man.
Yeah, I guess not.
You turned on me like a, a rabid dog.
There isn't a person that
Both
didn't...
of you, man. All of a sudden, I got to find out what you really feel about me and how you feel about my friends who have accomplished a little bit in their lives.
Whatever.
Yeah, you know, I found out what
We found out how you feel about us too in a bunch.
Meanwhile, didn't Sam a little after this broke up with Mitchell and and Alan. Evidently, he felt that way about them. This was the greatest. We really went at it.
Oh, it was a knockdown
We were
drag out.
like two washerwomen.
It's 15 minutes long,
Yeah.
and when it ends,
Yeah.
it just goes on and on and on,
Yeah.
and it ends, and you guys are still angry, and Sam just hangs up. It's like, well, if you don't like it, man, well, then that's fine, man. Well, you know, I'll miss you, man, but tough, man, and then the phone just hangs up, and it
Yeah.
wasn't even resolved.
No, we never resolved it
No.
until much later.
It happened in, it actually happened in a sort of weird way. You felt weird about it.
And he felt weird
And he
about
felt
it. And then
weird
both
about
of us were trying to save face
So
during
what
the
hap-
argument.
you know
Like neither of us could bring ourselves to be the guy to say, hey, let's forget about it.
Well, Sam was trying to apologize, but you know what had happened? We got on the air and trashed him.
Yeah.
We said such awful things about him.
Yeah, I know.
He never got over
We
the...
talked about everybody.
He never got over the fact that Robin called him a snake. He repeated it for years later.
Yeah.
You called me a snake.
You started it, Robin.
But you know how Sam did come back to us? It was sort of an odd way.
Yeah.
He always found a funny way.
Yeah, coming back.
He couldn't resist forgiving him. We were raising money for Regis Philbin's son Danny.
Yeah.
And Sam called in to donate $500.
He couldn't resist. He had to be a part of it. As mad as Sam and I were at each other, he had to be a part of the raising money for Regis Philbin's son. It was just too good an idea.
Started the reconciliation.
Yeah, Sam was like, I just got to be a part of this. Forget the hostilities. And then he came in, we made up, and boy, was I glad of that. Nobody was a better friend to me than Sam. In terms of, like, just guys doing stuff for each other and being nice to each other and having some good conversations.
And the whole war was only a really short period of time. I think it happened in June.
Yeah.
And you guys had made up by August.
Yeah, I knew we'd make up. It just was a matter of how it was going to be done.
I'm the one that felt used, man.
And we found out how you feel about us?
I feel used, man.
And we found out how you feel about us when Bon Jovi comes into Europe.
That's all.
It was more than a practical joke. It embarrassed me in front of my fans.
Nobody ever gets you. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I did not know you were going to overreact and freak.
Man, you didn't even come in. It would have been funny maybe if you came in at 7:30 and said, "Hey, man, I thought it would be kind of funny as a joke." But you don't call. The press is here, and Bon Jovi's a pussy, man. And if you want to hang around with Bon Jovi, hang.
By the way, we've made up with those guys.
Yeah, I hope they don't take this all over again.
These are just some old hostilities.
That's been worked out, too.
Once we make up, we could be very nice.
That's right. And, the worst part about making up is when occasionally we need to drag out some old tapes.
Right.
We can't even keep track with who we're at war with.
You can't edit because sometimes we make up, and then we were mad again.
Right.
We don't know where we are.
Yeah, so if we edit, it doesn't even pay off. Fine with him. Go to Russia with him. Do whatever you want with him, man. I think the guy's a jerk.
Well,
but that has nothing to do with you. I sat with you, man.
Some people in this area like his music, man. He's only the #1 band in the world.
A lot of 13-year-old girls.
Opinions for everybody, Hal.
Your fans don't like that kind of music, man. They dig Guns N' Roses.
Because they're listening to stuff 30 years old.
Whatever, hey, man, whatever you want to do, you do with Bon Jovi, man.
You've already done it, man. I can't forgive you for this crap you said about me today and yesterday.
We're not asking. I'm not asking forgiveness.
Nobody asked you to forgive a thing.
I don't want
You told me
forgiveness.
exactly how you feel about me and how you feel about Alan and Mitchell.
I don't want forgiveness, man. I am burned by you.
Jump on me for the joke.
You burned me.
Trash me and my girlfriends and my friends.
You burned me.
Man.
You burned me,
Then
man.
fine, Dan. I'm glad I did if this is what you're about. I'm glad I found out instead of coming here and endorsing you with my following.
This makes a lot of sense.
You're the only funny guy in comedy. Give me a break, man.
You need a breather from it.
Oh, he was really hurt.
How many mans are we up to?
Oh.
One thing, when we argue with people, we can really hurt them badly. And
really hurt.
Gary knows. Gary knows. He told me yesterday I was ranting and raving about someone in the studio, and Gary even said, "You're completely out of line." Completely out of line. I said, "Doesn't matter. It's war."
Yeah.
When somebody just crosses me, I get nuts.
You know what? I
get nuts and I pull out everything.
You went on to Sam's weight.
Everything.
You went on to who he hangs out with.
Yeah.
You went on to the guys that work with him.
He talked about his girlfriends. I mean, just everything.
I ripped him a new a-hole.
How he was, you talked about, oh, man.
It's relentless. And then what happens is, the worst part is, it goes on and on every day. Because
the beauty of this is he was sitting there listening to every
I know,
word.
I knew it too. You know what? And if he wasn't listening to it, people were sending him tapes of it.
Right. It would have been worse if people had interpreted it.
One thing about my mother always says to me, yeah, that is worse, when somebody sends it to you because your friends heard it too.
He doesn't just listen to it, he gets it and then he listens to it on the tour bus and can't believe it, and he listens to it
over and over again. Wait, I'm not sure what he said. I got to listen to it again, get to memorize it. But one thing my mother always said about me, she said probably the most annoying aspect of being, my mother, was that if I was annoyed by something, I could whine over and over and over again and work on someone until I drove them absolutely nuts.
No.
And, that's my one big thing in life. I guess I was born with that ability to make people completely crazy.
You never give up.
No.
But that's what's great about it.
It never ends.
It never ends. But that's what is great about this show.
It never ends.
It never ends. Because Sam, I mean, this is as angry as Sam has ever been in his life.
Oh, yeah. It was great radio, though. And when we made up, Sam says, "Tell me you didn't love it. Wasn't it great radio?" I go,
yeah.
Absolutely. There's nothing better.
Oh, I'm sure he listened back 1,000 times.
Yeah, we loved it. And then, in fact, one time we had him on the show, we actually played it back for him.
Oh, yeah, we went through this with him.
And he started getting angry again.
We had to calm him down.
Yeah.
Everybody.
This is how you really feel, Sam. This is how you really feel. I think you said that last night.
Can't take a joke. That's what's about.
Well, this is how you really feel, isn't it?
How do you expect me to be out there 2 days listening to your mouth, man?
Hey, this is kind of interesting. You go to the Bon Jovi concert, you say, if I was any kind of man, I would show
the guy
up.
that did my video for free, all right? The guy that did my video for free.
What'd you pay Howard for filming in here?
What'd you pay me?
I'm going around taking pictures with Dice because it's like a promo thing.
What'd you pay me?
Huh?
What'd you pay me?
What did I pay you? You weren't in my video.
No, I just helped you sell a lot of concert
You're not
tickets.
going to be in the video. You know that.
All right, so good. I didn't bring any entertainment to your show like
I get fat on there like a lump on the log.
Hey, man, let me just say something.
I always work my butt off in your show every time, and I always had a blast doing it.
Hey.
I always look forward to it. It's the funniest radio show in the country.
I thought we had a friendship, man.
I thought we did too, man.
And I thought that we were close. See, Sam even gave me the opening because you had the funniest radio show in the country.
Yeah, I know. He was giving you openings. He was apologizing.
I know, he was. I wouldn't let him off the hook. I just wouldn't.
Nobody wanted to hear it.
No. You know what? And I just said to myself, no sense in making up now. Then we won't have any more good feuds.
Actually, you know what's pretty cool? You know, one of our earliest brushes with Sam was he came on our show like once or twice, but on an old tape he thanked you profusely for this. You let him come out and do 10 minutes at the Felt Forum.
Yeah.
And he thought that really introduced him to our audience, and he really dug you for that.
Yeah. Well, nobody was a bigger fan of Sam's than me. I mean, that was just exciting to be around him. That's why it's so funny to listen to this. It's so great.
Because I don't know if you remember what happened was.
I still don't even know what happened.
Okay, so he burnt us with Bon Jovi.
Right.
Yeah, that whole thing went down. And then I think what happened was he called you, and I think you guys sort of made up a little bit.
Right.
And he said, or somebody called and you said, he didn't mean it, it was a joke, and you let it go. And then you festered all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you called me at night, you go, you know what, man, I'm out of my mind. I'm not forgiving him. He screwed me.
Yeah.
And then you got back the next morning, and that's when you went nuts. You changed your mind about forgiving him.
I know. We had made up, sort of, and then I went back on it.
Well, it was never fine with me.
Right. Yeah, Robin,
that was part of it.
Robin still hasn't forgiven him. Just trying to think what else we haven't played.
Well, you know what's the one great tape in there?
Yeah.
The one that says, Sam tells you how he told Malika about Sabrina.
Yeah, maybe we'll go out on this. Are we prepared to go out?
Yeah.
All right.
That has to be one of the best last performances.
Is that this? Could that be it? No.
No. It's oh, wait a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, here it is.
You got
Is this it? About Affair with Sabrina?
That's it.
Okay.
This really is a brilliant piece of tape, because while he's telling the story, he still is damn funny.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a very funny story. It's funny to us, but not to him.
Nobody was better at taking real-life situations and opening up about them, because, I mean, this guy had a wild life, and most people would keep quiet. You know what? A lot of Hollywood dudes have wild lives like this.
They're all having them, if you ask me.
Yeah, you just don't know about it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure John Tesh could do a wild rap on some of the things going on in his personal life about Connie Selica. And wasn't he married to someone who ran off with James Woods, or she...
Yeah, she's with James Woods now.
I don't know if she ran off or what.
No, they just broke up, and that was her... James Woods, their new boyfriend.
I mean, the most boring guys you see on TV could probably give you really good Hollywood stories, but nobody opens up. They all have these images, you know. It's like when Demi Moore agrees to go on Barbara Walters. There's a list of things you can't ask about and stuff.
Yeah.
But Sam, you know, he just said, I don't care. I'm talking about everything. And I like that, because I kind of feel like I'm that way. And
unfortunately, you're not having a wild life.
I'm not having a wild life. That's the problem. I'm talking about masturbating. I'm talking about some real embarrassing stuff.
He used to do a weird thing, though, where he would talk about, like, some celebrities he hung out with, and you knew they were wild because they were rock and rollers.
No, who would have imagined Magic Johnson's parties? Really, I mean, before it all broke.
But once in a while, Sam would come in and talk about people that he hung out with, and you knew that they didn't want... Like, they wanted to hang out with him, they just didn't want him talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sure Corey Feldman didn't want to be known as...
Other people even besides that, like actors and actresses who, you know...
Right, who would prefer not to be known as party animals. But Sam was very, very open and honest. You know what I ought to do here? Why don't I do the Sam Kinison thing, and out of this, wherever we end up, I'll go into the new song, the tribute song. What do you think? Let's see, let me get this all lined up. Do you have anything you want to add before I do this?
Let me see here.
Take a look, because I'm going to really go out in style here.
A couple of things. Deborah Norville is still upset with Bryant Gumbel for not contacting her after she had her baby. She says that she sat next to the man for a year and a half, and he'd never contacted her to congratulate her for the birth of her child.
Bryant Gumbel's a total dick.
It was very cold on the set after she replaced Jane Pauley. Sometimes he wouldn't even respond to her good morning.
Yeah, he's a total putz. I mean, Deborah Norville is no great talent, that's true and everything, but, you know, this guy, he's just despicable. And you know what's the sad thing? His brother, I don't know how you're raised by the same mother and you come out so totally different people. His brother's a real nice guy. Well, he got a good son. I guess maybe if his brother became that big, he'd be a dick, too.
You never know.
Can't imagine it, though. He seems like such a
Seems
decent...
like a nice, down-to-earth guy.
Hard to believe they had the same mother.
Geraldo threw someone off of his show.
Geraldo? Yeah.
And
why would he do that? Explain that to me.
it's going to be aired on Tuesday. You'll be able to see it.
And why did he
I
kill
don't
them
know
all?
what the topic of the show was, but he invited this guy who was a member of the Male Liberation Organization. So obviously a male chauvinist pig
Right.
who doesn't like women.
Right.
That's why he's inviting the guy on the show.
Right.
Now, apparently he brought out 2 of his staff members who are female who complained that the guy treated them very rudely on the phone when they were trying to make travel arrangements for him to come to the show. And they said the women were treated like children by this man. Well, when they finished saying that, this guy's response was that you've got a couple of airhead bimbos here.
Right.
And at that point, Geraldo said, a fuse lit in him.
A fuse? Is that an internal fuse or is it just stick out of the butt? I mean, what is that? What do you mean, a fuse?
And he immediately asked the guy to leave the studio.
You know, I got to tell you something. This guy, Geraldo, you got to love him because it's like he invites Nazis on and then he yells at them. Like the Ku Klux Klan guy we had on the phone the other day.
Right.
I saw him on Geraldo's show and it was the most amazing piece of tape. The guy wanted to talk about niggers and kikes and everything, and Geraldo's going, shut up. You can't say that on this show. You can't talk. And I'm saying to myself, why did he invite a guy on from the Ku Klux Klan, and he's not letting him...
That's what he says. This is his platform.
Why would you invite a guy who's a male chauvinist pig, and he's doing it for you? He's being a chauvinist pig. He's delivering the goods.
Yeah.
Why would you then throw him off for doing... I mean, your plan all along must have been to throw him off.
A fuse lit in him. And he said, I didn't mean to lose my temper, but when he said those things about my staff members, I just couldn't abide it.
Oh.
So you can actually see that this coming Tuesday.
Bet you it happens in the last 10 minutes of the show.
Well, let's see. Let's see if it was something that he planned or it was really a spontaneous act.
Yeah, great.
Also, a couple of new shows are going to be on the air this weekend. The A-List, that Richard Lewis series that's on Comedy Central.
All right.
It debuts on Sunday at 9:30.
No offense to Richard, it just sounds like another bunch of comics all doing their stand-up routine.
Sounds like Jackie's show. Richard is the host.
Spotlight Cafe with Richard Lewis is the host, right. I mean, you know.
And VH1 premieres Inside Music Profiles at 2:30 with guests Neil Young, Genesis, John Mellencamp, Bryan Adams, and Stevie Nicks.
Good time to preview that, 2:30 in the afternoon. We'll all be home from school just to see it.
It's Sunday, so you don't have to be home.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Stay home and watch that.
Absolutely.
Sure, I'll learn.
Carve out a moment in your day.
Sure, I'll learn new stuff about Neil Young.
Terry Waite, the Anglican priest who was held by those Shiite groups in Lebanon, is on Barbara Walters tonight on 2020. She gets to interview him about his captivity in Beirut. He says he actually had a chance to escape, but didn't take it because he had been talking to these Arabs all that time that they were holding him about turning away from violence.
Yeah.
And one day he realized they had left him unhandcuffed, alone, and there was a gun sitting there. And he thought, I could have picked up the gun, but I would have had to use it. And then what would my arguments all those months have meant?
I see.
So he didn't.
Man of his word.
Yeah, he also details how he was blindfolded and laid in the fetal position with his hands and feet bound.
I did that to my wife last night. I didn't even get to talk about that. We were so busy with the Sam tribute.
Most of that 5 years.
Right.
He describes how he was beaten on the soles of his feet with cable and how he kept from suffocating when they moved him in a refrigerator. So it was a fine time.
They moved him in a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I don't know if I want to hear all that. I might have to watch something else.
Chanting, lovers protected will never get infected. It's going to be the new chant of the 90s. Dozens of teenagers marched in the rain in Newark yesterday to demand more education about AIDS in school. The marchers were from the Teen to Teen Theater Company. It's a bunch of actors.
Right.
Marched a half mile from the City Board of Education to City Hall, where 3 ministers there said prayers for teenagers who have died of AIDS. And finally, a couple charged with stealing film from a Merchantville drugstore left behind some incriminating evidence. Their 6-year-old son.
What do you mean stole film?
They stole film.
They stole film.
Yeah, I guess for a camera.
Camera film?
Yeah.
Oh, they went in the drugstore, stole the film.
Yeah, and left their kid.
By accident or by choice?
I don't know, but it was the kid who turned them in, you know.
Right.
The people in the store could only give a description. It was the 6-year-old who gave his parents names.
Names and numbers.
He was turned over to his aunt, so...
Maybe it was a trade. Maybe they were trading their kid in for film.
Oh, they were paying, you think?
That's why. If I was a lawyer, I mean, you know, that's my legal mind. All right, my client left a child that's worth, a white child, considerably, I don't know, worth what, $6,000, $7,000 on the open market? It's a barter deal.
So the store really made out in the deal.
Store owes them change.
Well, there you have it.
Very good, Robin. Now, Jackie...
I think they ought to give up their life of crime.
Give me the plugs. Jackie, Joke Man, I thought maybe Jackie and the rest of the guys want to forego their plugs today.
Not
Sam.
No. Not on your life.
You love Sam, but...
I love Sam, but life must go on.
Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling, super bigot, next Tuesday, April 23rd. Jackie returns to the brokerage in Merrick on Long Island. Go try and stump the Joke Man. Tuesday, April 28th at Jimmy Reed's in Ramsey, New Jersey. For jokes and information, dial 516-922-WINE. Boy Gary this Thursday at Champion Sports Bar in the Marriott Hotel on the corner of 49th and Lex from 6 to 8 p.m. And Stuttering John will be with the Nerds at the Crocodile Cafe in Sayreville, New Jersey next Wednesday night. And John will be hosting a Hot Legs contest at Stevens Institute in Hoboken, New Jersey next Thursday night. A Hot Legs contest in an institute. Roy Eaton performing this Sunday 3:30 at Alice Tully Hall in Lincoln Center. The Sam Kinison Memorial Fund, care of the T.J. Martell Foundation, 6 West 57th Street, New York, 119. If you want to send a card to Sam or Bill Kinison, P.O. Box 103, Walnut, California, 91788.
I'm sorry, that's 1003.
What is that?
1003?
100. Oh, that's right. Yeah, 1003, right.
You made that mistake, yes, sir.
I did. You're right. Gary is right.
All right. Write it down.
If you're planning a wedding, or I was like thinking 100 and then 3.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense.
1,000 and then 3.
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a mobile DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. He really didn't need to correct me in front of the audience, Gary. And as a matter of fact...
you will pay severely for that.
Yeah. I was thinking of 103 because I know that's your IQ. And that's why I thought about it.
That's pretty good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 103, that's not bad.
That's
just a little bit below average.
A little bit higher than Reese's Monkey.
Yeah. You're just a
I think you're all wrong about that. We got to find out what those numbers are.
I know. I actually have a list somewhere of what your IQ is and how it corresponds to where you stand in the animal kingdom. Okay, so we'll go out with this clip. Then I'll do Sounds of Kinison. You got Wild Thing?
Sitting right here.
All right. Well, it's sitting there. I can't play it. I got to get that queued up immediately, Gary.
Can we do that for you?
All right. That would be very nice.
We could, see, you could talk and we could do that while the other stuff's playing.
No, I got to have it set up. All right. Here we go.
Everything ready?
Yep. All right. Now.
This is Goodbye, Sam.
Yeah, well, here's a clip. We'll go out with this one. This is Sam on the phone with us. I think this is like the second to last or third to last. Is this the phone?
No, this is live.
Oh, it is live.
Malika's sitting right here next to him.
So this is the very last.
Yeah.
No. This is. He actually phoned us one more time. This is probably his last live appearance with us. But you know what? He does have a great line on this, and it's true. It's like, guys out there listening, you should really listen to this because you may need to use this rap someday.
Right. And Sam is describing here for us his relationship with Malika, who he married just a week before he died.
Yeah.
And how he managed to hide it from her.
Who I believe was the perfect woman for him.
She was.
Absolutely. I mean, she just they just fit together.
She understood him somehow.
Yep. Yin and yang. And she put up with a lot of nonsense. And, but he had the ability to just tell her exactly what nonsense he was up to.
And get her to forgive him.
Now, is this how he describes how he used to go and meet her sister?
Right.
Oh, this is just the greatest. Sam says he confesses his sins to Malika on the air and describes in a lot of detail just how he would make love to Malika's sister.
Yeah, well, how he carried out an affair with her sister right under her nose.
Yeah. Well, this is truly one of the more brilliant moments.
All right, honey. Let me guzzle something.
You're very nervous.
I bit the bullet.
Go ahead.
I said, honey, I have to tell you something. And I said, don't take it personally. It wasn't.
You're laughing. You're laughing at my speech here.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, you may need it someday.
Right.
I will record this.
Go ahead. Any guy listening.
Believe me, every guy out there on your radio station right now has got his ear right to this.
Now, when he said,
if it weren't for Tennyson, I want to hear it.
Now, when he says don't take it personally, do you laugh at that point? Or
No, she doesn't know what it is yet.
Oh, okay, go ahead, yes.
I said, don't take it personally.
All right.
It was not to hurt
my
you.
wiener fell into the wrong place on the way to the video store. All right, go ahead, yes.
See, and he wants me to be honest.
No, be honest. All right, let's recreate.
Open up.
Let's recreate the situation. Let's put some Miles Davis on.
Okay.
Now, why were we putting Miles Davis on?
Because you were recreating the scenario of where they were, at their home that night. I don't know why.
Why Miles Davis?
I don't remember why Miles Davis, but I think maybe Miles had just died.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's about the mood, too. It's like 4 a.m.
You're sitting at the bar.
Vegas.
All right, you're sitting at the bar. Recreate the scene.
All right.
I am Malika.
All right.
And I am there. I
I
just
said,
finished
honey?
making love to you. I've had champagne with you. I've been in your bed. Fred, open a bottle of champagne, please. Hold on a second. 1 second. I want to recreate this, Robin.
All right.
And I want you, to the best of your recollection.
Sure, I'll pour the champagne.
Are you like on your knees? Where are you sitting? I need to know everything.
Yeah.
We're at a bar. We're at this crystal, steel, aluminum.
She made sure
this
there
is
was
beautiful.
something between us.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
The bar and you're on the other. Okay.
All right, and Malika, you are there in the trusting arms of Sam Kinison. Go ahead. Okay.
With incredible Latoya-type cleavage.
Right. All right. I am there. I am
With her gleaming breasts hanging between the
All
rows.
right, we get the picture. Now, what do you say?
So I'm saying, honey, I just said, don't take this personally. It wasn't to hurt you. I just that I'm when I met you and Sabrina, I felt I love both of you. You guys got me through some very hard times in my life. And for the last year and a half, for the
More
last
champagne,
year and a half,
Fred.
yeah.
Pour more
Except
champagne.
For the last year and a half,
Yeah.
I said we've had an affair, and as it went on, for several months. But I said I had to tell you, I don't want to live with a lie. And I said if you want to break up with me and never see me again, I understand.
Well,
but I don't. I don't want to break up with you. I love you, and I've never loved you more. And I promise, and I've kept this promise.
Go ahead.
That I will never lie to you again, and I'll never cheat on you again.
Really?
Unless it's your idea, and we like the girl an awful lot.
Nothing wrong with saying that.
That's right.
You got to put a disclaimer.
I had to put a clause in
Yeah,
there.
right. That sounds like a good clause to me. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but... Now, at this point, are you holding her hand so she won't stab you?
I was expecting, because... Yeah, exactly. I was expecting that, man.
Well, the thing was...
Because Malika, believe me, Malika has a temperament. She's Moroccan, and she has a temperament like,
I know I'm half
And my
Moroccan.
brother knew about it. My brother Bill knew about it. He was freaked out. Get the guns out of the house. Find all the silverware. Use Colonel Sanders' plastic silverware. You wake up with scissors in your chest.
Now, most of
What are
America...
you, nuts? You're crazy?
Most of America's like me. I had no idea this was going. I had no idea you had this attraction for both sisters.
Well, yeah. I'm abnormal.
So, but your brother knew, and he said, there's going to be trouble. Now, Malika, what went through your mind as Sam gave you that
as
speech?
soon as you heard this.
Because my flesh and blood, I told my flesh and blood.
Okay, go ahead.
What, when he
Her
said it?
flesh and blood.
When he said it, I just, because he was so honest and stuff, I thought, because I didn't want to destroy, our relationship of being honest with each other, that I thought, God, that takes a lot for a guy to do that.
Right.
So I did forgive him because I wasn't going to let my sister...
but immediately?
No, there was a lot of things that crossed through my mind at the time.
How long? I mean, you just said, okay, I accept it?
Nothing.
Oh, no, it was, I think it was more like, I didn't know how to feel because I was so hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you called her.
Oh, yeah. That's
Ask her about the phone call, Howard.
And then
Mr.
you called,
DA.
and then the two sisters spoke on the phone?
Oh, very briefly.
Oh, boy.
Now, in other words, you picked up the phone, you called your sister, and you confronted her with this information.
Yeah.
And you two, what did you yell at her, or did you talk calmly, or?
No, it was the death tone.
It was the death tone.
Oh, my darling sister.
But you would also think that
What's that
Malika would
tone?
also yell at you as well. Yep. See?
I couldn't believe I couldn't believe he told us that story.
He told us great stories.
With her sitting there.
With her sitting there.
They
Laughing along.
Oh yeah, listen. Very honest. Very honest.
Well, I never caught this. He said, I didn't want to destroy our relationship of being honest with each other.
Well, they were always honest.
Amazing.
Eventually.
It only took a year and a half to get around.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Wild.
Always compelling.
Always good radio.
Yeah, there's always something else to learn when you listen to these tapes.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the whole time, everybody's wondering, geez, I wonder if he gets near both of them. You know what I mean?
Well, he had told me years before that.
Yeah, he told me too.
Yeah, he had told a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that this was going on.
And it wasn't fun for him.
No.
He was in, no, I'm not saying
I mean, he didn't
that he was in misery.
Yeah.
Because half the time he wanted to be with Sabrina and he couldn't.
Yeah.
And then he'd be fighting with Malika and it was a mess.
I said to him, how are you going to work it? You get him in bed at the same time. I'm working on it, he used to tell me. And I just said, well, God bless you. It's just not going to happen.
Because the night he told me, he was just miserable. And he was like, fighting. It was before, during, and after a show, he was fighting with Malika by phone.
He was fighting with everyone.
Yeah, and he'd be on the phone screaming at her just before it was time to go on the stage.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he got off the stage, they'd be on the phone screaming at each other some more. And then, at the end of it, Sabrina called. Because she was in another room. She'd have to be listening to the two of them fight back and forth.
It was a weird triangle.
And then she called, and he got calm, and he started talking to her, and he got off the phone, and he said, Robin, that's the one I really love. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's true? He goes, you knew it all the time.
And then he'd tell me he was really in love with the other sister.
Yeah, well, it turns out he was really in love with the other sister, but he was in the throes of something with Sabrina at the time, and he just thought it was real.
It was confusing to him.
You know, not to belabor a point with his honesty, but his very last appearance, which we pulled a small clip from, we won't have time to get to, he is in bed in Los Angeles with Malika and one of their friends, a woman friend, who he had been trying to get this arrangement for years.
I know.
Malika's friend from high school. And his last words were, Howard, I can neither confirm nor deny, but I just want to say, dreams do come true.
Yeah, dreams do come true. Well, anyway, we always had a lot of fun with Sam, and really, the last week of his life was probably the happiest because he resolved everything, and here he was married, and very happy and excited about it. And we're just going to miss him a lot.
And it was true that he remained faithful with that clause.
With what clause?
That clause that unless they both liked the girl.
That's right. He did. He really did. Anyway, there it is. We did a whole 4-hour show devoted to Sam. That's our tribute. What is it, Jackie?
I was just wondering if that was in their marriage vow.
I don't know.
To love, honor, obey.
One day I'm sure Malika will tell us.
Yeah.
But it had to be weird for her, especially, like being in the car there with him and the whole thing, and just haven't gotten married, so. I want to give her a call, but I figured I'd wait a couple of days. You know what I mean? Because she was in the hospital. And
yeah, the funeral in Tulsa today.
Yeah. So, anyway, 10:43. We'll go out with the songs and stuff. Here's the song, The Sounds of Kinnison.
Goodbye, Kinnison, my old friend. It's sad that car crash was your end. You were so funny and a real great guy. You used to make me laugh so hard I'd cry. You drink and do drugs that could choke a horse without remorse. Now I miss the sounds of Kinnison. The comic outlaws are all lost because you always were the boss. In comedy you really were the king. You could break balls about most anything.
Well, life was tough. But at least I was able to live it out, and I was able to face death and not be afraid. And well, now I'm ready to go to heaven and be with Jesus. And hey,
now we miss the sounds of Kinnison.
Oh, Jesus, you know.
Who cares who used profanity? You goofed on the world's insanity. You know you really led a real wild life. You were a white ass but a real wild guy.
We like to wear rubber, guys!
Champagne and both made you nuts, but you had guts. How I miss the sound of Kinnison.
I didn't come to be Jesus, but miracle came.
You were a bright and shining star.
Oh, because of you, I'll never joke again.
We'll see you later, Jesus!
And now we'll miss the sound of kissing. The way you died was such a shame. The world without you's not the same. The way you screamed, those jokes could raise the dead. Your fame and fortune never went to your head. You're gone. We'll surely miss you and your beret. What can we say? It's goodbye to the sounds of Kinnison.
Thank you, movement. But I wanna know for sure. Every time I kiss you, I taste what other men have for lunch. The only thing you get you off is to see me in pain when I say back longer. You ain't came to my mind. I thought I'd say that.